Good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Ordum Arcana, A Dance in the Dark, an Eberron story. I am Wes, your Dungeon Master, and I am here with Seth, Ansley, Tila, and Matt. And we are going to dive into Eberron just a little bit more. Couple of things. First off, we'll be using some audio tonight from Tabletop Audio. You can visit them at tabletopaudio.com. Check them out on Patreon, give them a support. Tim does really cool work, and his music is super cool, and his ambiances are super cool, so definitely check them out. We'll also be using some audio from Syrinscape. Check them out at Syrinscape.com, because epic games need epic sounds. Aside from that, we don't have a whole lot of sponsors or anything like that, so we're just going to jump into tonight's episode of A Dance in the Dark. Welcome back. When last we left our heroes, we don't know what they are yet. We'll go with heroes for now.
Sure, why not?
They had killed a bunch of rat men after their airship had crashed onto a forgotten island in the middle of the Thunder Sea south of Korranberg.
Rat persons.
And yes, rat persons. After rescuing the now Captain Arveer, a half-elf with the Mark of Storm from House Lyrindar, they managed to get the airship sort of working as a regular boat and managed to sail back to Korranberg, which was where the gnome of House Civis, Lady Sarah Lisa, wanted to go anyway. And so she got back to where she wanted to go, and the party was to be put up in a very fine establishment known as the Clockwork Beetle, which is a House Civis sort of enclave almost, where a lot of the gnomes will go to do their daily work of scribing and notary work and things like that. When they want to get out of the house or out of the office, they'll go enjoy a pint and do some work. On their way to the Clockwork Beetle, though, they came across the dead body of a professor from Moorgrave University in Sharn, a man named Hugo de Roock. And upon investigating the body, they found that he had an interesting journal on his person. And as they were kind of examining that and figuring out what's going on, they were attacked by a warforged that had killed Professor de Roock. And they did battle and dispatched the warforged. And in a moment of trying to figure out what exactly they should do going forward, a member of the Trust showed up, which is the secret police force of Zelargo. And he basically told them, hey, leave this kind of stuff to us, keep your noses clean. He pretty much figured out that you were not the ones who had killed the professor, and he sent you about your way. Inside Professor de Roock's personal effects, you found a journal that had no writing in it, but it had an old seal of House Cannith on the cover. And there was a note inside that had a meeting set for the professor that evening at a pub called the Broken Anvil Taproom. And as luck would have it, the Broken Anvil was on your way to the Clockwork Beetle. So you checked into your rooms at the Beetle, and then through some form of magic, Riven, the half-elf puppeteer, took on the guise of the professor, and the four of you made your way to the Broken Anvil to meet with Lady Eladrin Devoth, a member of House Cannith, but not one of the blood. She doesn't have a mark of making, like, she's not dragon marked. And managed to fool her into thinking that you were the professor, and agreed to make your way the next day into the sewers, into the Undercroft of Korranberg, and recover an artifact, part of a schema that her house, and especially from what she told you, Lady Drolana, the Baron of House Cannith North, was hoping to recover. And so you made some plans And she promised you, I believe, 400 gold pieces, of which she gave you an advance of 100 gold pieces, and told you to outfit yourselves as you saw necessary, and to assist who she assumed was Professor Roock in recovering this schema that he had stumbled across in his studies and finding this journal. So, as day breaks on the city of Korranberg, the airship that you've been flying on is currently in a dock getting some repairs done. The few survivors from the Cloud Maiden, the skyship that you started on, have taken up residence in some of the inns that are here in Korranberg and are awaiting the repair of the Sky Splendor, which is the airship that you currently have, or that Captain Arveer has, and you are taking passage on. So, as dawn breaks here in the beautiful city of Korranberg, the gentle rain is still coming down. It's not the deluge that it was the night before, but what do you guys want to do?
So we got 25 gold.
Yeah, well, she gave the party 100 gold pieces as an advance.
What we have in the bag. We got a pretty decent amount of money. We should definitely get some heals before we go.
Some health potions?
Yeah, we should definitely make sure we have some health popos.
A lot of health potions?
Yeah.
A lot.
Because Gendrix doesn't heal people. He's not that kind of a bard.
I agree. We should outfit ourselves before we go on this mission.
I can make healing potions, but it'll be a little while.
How long is
I
a
don't have
little
any
while?
right now. I have to get all the stuff for it, so we can go, maybe like see what the shops have.
And then after that,
Then
I'm assuming I'm in the
if they
regular
have all the
form.
things I need. How long does it take to make one if I have all the stuff?
If you have the ingredients, you can make one a day.
Okay. I can make one per day if I have all the things. If whoever wants it first.
so too long. Let's go to the shops.
To the shops.
Well, that's good knowledge.
Okay.
Are we going to go ahead and divide the coin up right now? Because I don't know how much coin you have in the bag.
I'm adding all that up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, what's our budget, Gidrix?
Yeah. What's our budget?
No, somewhere on this thing I have a calculator.
Calculadora.
I need to just start having paper with me.
What good is paper?
Imagine I look like Ribbon just because it would be the next day after the tavern, and I wouldn't see a business to be.
That's up to you.
Okay. I just want to clarify, just in case we run into anything.
Okay.
We've outfitted a new person.
So with my like little bit of skill in magic, do I know that what she did was different?
You give me an Arcana check.
A little bit of skill in magic.
It's gonna be an 8.
Okay. Seem like maybe disguise self or something. Not really sure.
You roll a d6.
Alright.
Her rolled really crappy.
Concatenating all the copper, silver, and gold, we have roughly 243 gold pieces that we can use to hook ourselves up.
Do we want to go ahead and divide that? Is that the 100 included that we got from the lady?
Gendrix will speak up now and actually say something. It might be better if we keep all the money together and then we speak with the shop as a group and let me use some of my honeyed words. Perhaps my mellifluous voice will get us a discount and we can leave with more than we could pay for.
I heard honey, and that you're probably going to steal something. I'm not sure we should do that. But I also agree that we should buy some honey.
You seem pretty trustworthy to me. I mean, I don't know you, but I don't have reason to not like you.
Well, I mean, you don't have much of a reason to like me either.
That's very true. We should split the money then.
If you wish.
Unless you think you can be trustworthy.
I mean, I believe myself to be trustworthy. I know everything there is to know about me.
That sounds okay too.
I'm king.
Riven, is something wrong?
As long as
I'm
you can
just-
promise you're not going to steal anything.
Yes.
I solemnly swear that I will not steal anything from the group while we are all in the same group. Fair enough?
What about the shop?
I hadn't intended to, but if improvisation finds it necessary,
I think that would find you dead, at least in Zilargo.
well, then I don't intend to steal anything.
Are you a very good thief?
I'm okay, I suppose. I'm no master thief, but I can find my way around a shadow or two.
Probably best to not steal for now then.
Agreed. So I guess I'll locate the barkeep.
Okay, yeah, you see the gregarious gnome Traylon is down at the bar. He's cleaning a few glasses and talking to another gnome that's sitting on a bar stool.
Good day, Traylon.
Oh, good morning, Gendrix. How are you doing today?
Fine. I'm wonderful. I slept so well in your fine establishment.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Do you have any partners who provide sundries for traveling people such as ourselves?
See if he has any honey.
My friend would like to know if you have honey.
Oh, of course, we have honey. Would you like some honey with your breakfast? Some biscuits, maybe?
Yes.
Very well.
Biscuits and honey sounds wonderful.
And he'll send his assistant off to get you breakfast.
Now, back to the prior conversation. Do you partner with any adventurous suppliers?
Partner? No, but there's certainly several shops just a few blocks over in the market.
Where can we find health potions?
Oh, well, there will be a let's see, probably the best place to go. There's a small herbal shop, maybe about 6 blocks or so from here. If you just head west back towards the river, and then work your way down a couple of sets of stairs, and you'll see it's run by a fascinating little woman named Dara.
Okay, let's go.
Dara.
I won't start
most
heading
like to
that
meet
way.
This woman. You're not going to eat breakfast, Ribbon?
You're not going to eat breakfast? I got a mouthful of biscuits and honey.
Oh, I'm not hungry. I'll go with you. And I'll like run after her.
Well, we're gonna need Gendrix.
I'm eating. Gendrix takes his time everywhere he goes.
Fine. I guess I'm gonna sit down and eat some vegetables.
He kind of goes, look, it'll take me a moment to whip up something. I might have some.
Isn't honey a vegetable?
Technically, no, but
It somewhat grows on trees, I suppose.
It's not a meat.
I'll take carrots. Raw carrots.
okay. And he runs off into the back and he comes back with a little bag of carrots. And just kind of hands them
I'm
to
just
you.
gonna straight off eat them like Bugs
What's
Bunny.
up, Doc?
Are there like a lot of people in here?
Not at this hour. I mean, it's pretty early in the morning.
I'm gonna try to like take some life force if there's some people kind of like off to the back.
Yeah, I mean, there's maybe 5 or 6 people in here at this hour.
I see like 1 point from like 3 of them.
Okay. Yeah, you see a couple of people just sort of like just cough a little bit and sort of scratch their necks and look around.
Say, Traylon, are you sure there's not something going around here?
Oh, I'm quite positive. It must just be the rain.
Cannot get sick.
The rain was bad yesterday.
Does Genesis like tense up or anything?
No.
No. She's just like,
Just can't wait till she overgorges and she like unbuckles her belt. That was a good meal.
Love it.
All right, so you finish your breakfast.
All right, are you ready to head for the potion shop now?
Yes, and I have one last carrot and we'll eat it on the way there.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way. It's easy enough to find. You ask a couple of people that are out about early in the morning on their way to work or whatever, and eventually you find just this small shop just sort of set in a row of different shops, and you can see there's just a small little sign hanging in front of the door that just looks like a potion bottle with several different like herbs or flowers kind of stuffed in it.
Say, before we go in, do you still have the seal of House Civis?
The little beetle thing?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, just a little coin.
May I hold that, please? I'll give it back to you as soon as we're finished here.
Of course.
I'll take it and kind of put that in my pocket and
Okay.
head on inside.
When you walk in, you can see it's inside the shop. It's almost like you're walking into a greenhouse. There's all kinds of herbs and plant life. There are growing ivy and vines that run up the walls. There's a couple of different flat trays that have like hydroponics growing with different sorts of herbs and things of the alchemist trade.
Okay.
But you don't see a shopkeeper.
No shopkeeper.
I'm gonna like immediately start running around and like touching things and like.
I'm gonna
looking
call
for
out,
stuff.
hello?
As you start like molesting the plants, you see this little head pops up and her face is covered in dirt, and she's wearing these big thick gloves. She goes, "Oh no, don't touch it, please."
Oh, there you are.
Oh yes, but I'm Dara. This is my greenhouse. What can I assist you with?
Hello, Dara. Do you perchance have any potions of healing?
Oh, yes, of course.
How many do you have?
Let me see. And she walks over to like a glass case that's glass on the top, and she opens the back. She looks in, and she pulls it. She goes, well, I've got made right now. I've got 4 potions of healing, and I have 2 greater potions of healing.
Oh, how much would be those apiece?
Just the regular are 65 gold apiece, and the graders would be 450 gold apiece.
I see. I have a question for you. I don't know if you offer this, but I am on business for House Civis at the moment. Here's my seal that I was given. Is it possible that you could maybe sell us the lot of the regular healing potions for half price, and the house will get you later?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no! Damn it! It's an 8.
She says, well, I do respect that you're working with the dragon marked house, but unfortunately, I don't have a lot of truck with them. Being of the blood myself, and well, they, to be honest, don't take kindly to my type of work. But I could come down on the price a little bit, but maybe 60 gold apiece.
60 gold apiece, and I think
If you buy
about
all 4.
if we buy all 4. Can I have just one moment, please? And I'll kind of have like a little aside and be like, that will wipe out our gold reserve, but we'll each have a potion.
I think
Lucky.
that's fair.
It's fine.
We'll take it.
All right, so that'll be 240 gold.
And I start counting out stacks of gold coins to her.
Okay. And you see she just sort of picks them up made with a mage hand and drops them in a little till.
Cool.
And counts them kind of as you hand them over. She says, all right, would you like a carrying case, or would you each like one, or?
I think we'll take one apiece.
Very well, and she just sets them on the counter.
Okay.
Once again, all
Give
no
one.
light, so you're all
Oh yeah.
Just reach down and grab it.
Thank you, my good lady.
I would like to look for some things, but of course I won't touch anything anymore. You can just bring them to me.
Oh, okay, what are you looking for, my dear?
Ground atlas leaves and milled whisper poppy.
Oh, of course, how much would you like?
Do I know like how much I need
Yeah, like
for
one each.
one? Okay,
It's real simple math on the how you make them.
like
It's-
one and
you
one.
need a,
Okay.
You need a quantity and a quantity. It's
Okay.
not like 6 grams and we're not gonna get that.
Give me some
Um,
grams.
How much are they each?
She goes, a bundle of Athelis leaves would be 10 silver, and that would be for 2 portions. And she says, the whisper vine would be, I don't have much at the moment, I believe, let me check. She says, 5 silver, or, sorry, 7 silver per for the whisper vine.
So how many gold are
It's 10s.
10? Okay. Okay, I can do one and one.
So that will be for one whisper vine and 1 Athelis?
Yes.
Pardon.
That'll be 12 silver.
I do hate to intrude. Are you just getting enough to make one?
Well, yes.
if we're going to be together for a while, perhaps it would be advantageous for me in particular if we would buy enough to get more. So could I bolster your supply?
As well as I.
Of course, I could make many of them.
Will you add 2 more of each to the
Okay,
order?
so that will be
Oligar?
15 and 21. That
How
will
long
be-
does it last? It's a plant, right?
Yeah, well, they are dried and preserved, so as long as you use them within a few, maybe a week, 10 days, they should be fine. I just picked most of the Athelas this morning.
Okay,
And you can make one a day,
1 per day. Yes.
so then get 10,
Okay, I have 122
right? That
gold.
maths. I'm good at math. That's a week.
Sounds right. Sounds right enough.
All right, so 10 Athelas and 10 Whispermine?
Yes.
Okay, that will be 50, that'll be 12 gold pieces total.
So I guess are we gonna do 3 apiece? 3 gold pieces apiece if we're all gonna divide the cost?
I can do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her 3 gold pieces.
You see, she just pulls out.
Our gold combined.
Says, do you have a pouch, or do you need a components pouch to go with those?
I'm assuming I'll have the saddlebag from the professor, right?
Oh, you have like your alchemy
Yeah.
stuff.
I have something.
Oh, very well. And she just pulls out like a bundle of twigs, sets them down, and then pulls out a bundle of this like vine that sort of writhes on its own. She sets them down. She says, "All right, 12 gold."
I'll put like 3 on the counter.
Not the 3.
3.
3.
She'll take it home. Says, "All right. Anything else?"
What other potions can you make?
I can make frost, and I can make fire. I can make fire, and I don't I think, let me think. I can make water, but
Me
why,
too.
why water when you have fire?
Good one, friend.
That's not what I mean.
Well, what do those
I thought it
potions
was
do?
funny.
I
Well,
want to funny.
it depends on what I put in them. Sometimes it works very well. Sometimes not so well.
What happens with the fire one?
Lots of things. Sometimes they make really big explosions, and other times it's like just regular fire, but it burns a lot.
Am I like, I don't know if I'm taken back by how excited she's getting. Like, if she's getting overly excited, it's like,
I do a lot of research with fire. It's actually kind of how this happened, but I love fire.
I think she's booked for the next 10 days. Why don't we set the fire for the next town?
I'm just seeing what else we can do.
I don't think we want to know.
Did you want me to buy the supplies for fire?
Ooh. We can wait on the fire,
No. Okay.
but I will be wanting that pretty soon.
Okay. Just let me know.
Just so you guys know, I'm starting a bag of holding document.
Sure.
And that's where I'll keep like the party money.
Okay.
Which, just so everyone knows, is currently 5 gold, 16 silver, and 58 copper.
Nice.
How do you have 100 gold, Genesis?
I guess I thought she gave us
No.
100, and then I had 40. So I
She
guess
gave
I
the party 100.
technically have 40.
Okay.
So minus 3.
Well, if that'll be nothing else, I'm going to get back to my vines. They need tending. Have a good day.
Thank you so very much. We will be back, I'm sure.
Oh, I hope so. I'll get some more potions brewed.
Thank you so very much. We look forward to it.
She sort of dives back into it.
All right. Anything else we should attend to while we're here?
I'm just like putting my plants away. Like there's like a weird filing system in my coat.
Do you have drawers in there?
No, it's and I kind of like pull the coat back, and there's like some vials over here, and they all have different colored strings on them, and then there's like vials on this side, and they all have different colored strings. This is the component, and these are the vials, and I put the fire ones with the fire, and sometimes the strings don't always match, but it's a work in progress.
Does her organization of that make any sense to anybody?
It's really, really anal retentive.
That's quite a nice collection you have there. I like how it's all very well organized.
Which ones are the fire ones?
Oh, those are the bright red ones. But see, the pale red ones are the healing potions. And then the bright red ones, the brighter they get, the bigger they burn. And I'm sort of just like mumbling as I'm like pointing stuff.
Yeah, she's explaining all of this to you as you look. They're all clear. Like every single potion that she has, except for the healing potion that she just bought, are clear. They just look like water.
So how do you not confuse the fire ones for the healing ones?
Sometimes it happens. You kind of, it happens.
Please don't heal me.
Oh, no. It's just the ones when I'll be careful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I am my favorite person, as you may well know.
Of course.
Would like to keep me intact if I can.
Yeah, I wanted the same for myself, but, it happens.
If I go down, will one of you two revive me, please?
Yes.
Mouth to mouth.
I
If
will
it is
revive you.
absolutely necessary, I suppose.
I just want to pick up general care stuff.
Someone's gonna ship that.
All the Jandrix hidden in a tree.
Oh my god.
Look at that limb bend.
All right, so you just want to find like a provisions, general sundries kind of store.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like some rations, like a little tiny sewing kit, and like a whetstone.
Okay.
Just like
there's
little
there's just
basic stuff.
like a few doors down. There's a provisions place.
That-
Is
that
there a
is
place
what
where I
want.
could buy more clothes?
Yeah.
Um,
What kind of clothes are you looking for?
just like simple clothes.
Okay. Yeah.
Not, okay.
It'd be like just like one set of clothes would be like a silver.
How much is
Okay.
general merchandise?
I'm gonna buy some like small clothes because I imagine they're gonna have gnome clothes.
Well, I mean, they have. There's not just gnomes that live here. Like you can find. They might be a little more expensive to have. Like, you're probably not gonna find like finery for.
I just want some
Full-size
simple
clothes?
clothes.
Yeah, but just like like a bodice and trousers or a dress or something like that. You could probably find something for a couple silver.
Okay, so yeah, I want like a small, like simple
Okay.
outfit.
Like similar to what you're currently wearing.
Yeah,
Okay.
but a gnome form.
But gnome sized.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do want to buy.
Oh, that'll just be a silver then.
Okay.
I do want to buy chalk.
Is it for Herculean?
Chalk.
What all are you want to buy out?
No,
Gotta
but
be
now
the
that you
total.
mention it,
So sewing kit, some chalk,
Sewing kit, chalk, like rations, and a
how much
whetstone.
rations?
Like a week.
Okay.
And then like a whetstone, like a sharpening stone type thing.
Like all that all together, like 2 gold.
Okay.
also I want to find like some simple armor for Sergilium.
Okay, what kind of armor?
Just like simple leather armor.
Oh, you should
Lightweight.
put 'em in wood armor.
You figure
Cloak
leather
yourself
probably
and your
won't fit at
friends.
all.
So I guess like metal.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably have to to up what his current AC is. You'd probably have to be looking at like half plate,
Okay.
which would be out of the price range.
Hella expensive.
I'm gonna look for him for some clothes though, because I feel like he's a little
Well,
naked.
you'd probably have made him clothes.
Okay,
As part of
well,
his,
that's cool.
as part of his look.
He's got clothes on.
He's made out of metal, right? Like he's literally like a little metal knight.
It's like metal and wood and string and
Yeah,
leather and like he's a construct.
he's pretty hefty.
He's a hefty boy.
Hefty.
All right, so after you've done your shopping and such, you open the journal, still has the writing in it, and you begin to follow the map that shows you where you need to enter the sewers here in Korranberg. You get turned around a couple of times trying to find a place, but eventually you do come across what looks like it matches the map. It's just probably, I don't know, maybe 2 feet, 2.5 feet tall, like grating that has a fence like in front of it, like in the side of an alleyway, and it has a big padlock on it.
Take care of this one.
Are there people around?
You're like in a side alley.
Or do you want me to try?
Do I need to disguise myself as the professor before we do go into this?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't believe so. I would prefer to not use my spell if I can help it. It may come in handy later.
Sure.
Will remind you that you are proficient with these tools with your background. And you do have them.
That's right, I do have those.
Just in case you have forgotten your character sheet.
Well, I didn't put that on my character sheet, so that's
Well,
why
yeah,
I
it's
forgot.
part of your spy background.
Gotcha. All right, well then, keep watch for me. Yeah, I'll go ahead and try to open this guy
All right,
up.
give me a thieves tool check, which would be dexterity plus proficiency.
Gotcha. So, I think it could be +6. Is this gonna be that kind of night? A 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Good thing is, this lock is for show.
Oh, gotcha. So it's
You-
like dummy locked.
Yeah, I mean, it's locked, but you're like, there's like, it's basically you can't just walk up to it and pull it with your hand. You
Gotcha.
Get in just fine. It takes you a little while, and actually once you open, you're like, I feel really dumb. That was easy.
I mean, Gendrix might think to himself, maybe they won't notice that I'm very rusty.
Yeah.
I'll even put on a little bit like, this was such a difficult lock to pick. You do not even know how lucky you are to have me here today.
I'm pretty sure one of us could have just smashed it.
But it would have taken a
I'm
while
pretty sure I didn't see you try.
and been very noisy.
I mean, I could have tried.
I think we are very lucky that he was here today.
As Ginger's opens the
Oh,
lock,
I've got my back.
the gate just sort of swings open, and there's a descending staircase inside this. All of you actually will have to kind of get on your hands and knees to sort of shimmy into this little hole. It's not very big.
Especially.
I imagine I have a pack with me. So, like, I'm going to, like, change into my gnome, or I'm going to shapeshift into, like, the gnome that we saw in the store.
Okay, yeah. So you look like this dirty gnome druid now,
Yeah, and then I'm
and
going to
your
put on the
clothes are
gnome
way
clothes.
too big.
Well, I'm going to put on the gnome clothes that I bought.
First or after?
Before you.
No, after.
Fat man in a
so-
little
so- Naked gnome in the street.
You see that before your
I
eyes,
mean,
she just shrinks down into this gnome druid that you just saw in these big giant clothes, which she then shucks off to being basically naked, and then puts on the little gnome gear that she bought.
When she first changes, I'm gonna be like, Dara, did you think we forgot something? Did we leave something at the shop?
What sorcery is this?
I would know that's not disguise self, right?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
this is going to be so fun. I'm going to love this ability.
Give me deception with advantage.
Yeah, that's not
Me?
normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Deception with advantage?
Yep.
Fuck that, I ain't beating that.
22.
I have a 22.
Ty goes to the runner.
Crap.
This weird magic, you're not really sure. Like,
Can I just give her like a little eyebrow though? Like, do
mean,
I
you
at
can
least?
do whatever eyebrows you want.
Okay.
Eyebrows are up to you. But yeah, you're just like, what?
I'm gonna walk over and
Tagline
just
for D&D.
pass my hand over where her body was.
Right through.
Well, that's not normally how that works.
No, it is not.
You can make an insight check against her deception.
You will need to teach me this. Incite. That is a whopping 17.
Yeah. You're not sure.
Yep.
She has magic beyond your knowing.
So now you see this gnome and she has like this backpack and I'm just going to start walking down the stairs.
Are you going first, little one?
I suppose so.
Is Sir Gilliam out, or
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull Sir Gilliam
Okay.
out because I imagine I would have done that
she
because
reaches
it's
into
too
the
heavy.
bag and the puppet pops out, sword and shield.
And he's
ready
just
to
like
go.
walking with me and we're the same height.
Surely I'm dead and this is all a dream.
I've never seen a naked gnome before.
Yeah, now.
I think the correct assumption is that you haven't wanted to see one.
Word that we only could have seen one that looked better.
The weird thing was when she got naked, there was like not a lot of knowledge here.
It's just like fuzz for us.
Yeah, like it's like
Like
real
a Ken doll?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty Ken doll.
I was thinking of like the angels in Dogma.
Yeah.
Just nothing there.
All right, so
Don't
you
know we
begin
can go back to
making
that
your
potion
way
shop.
into the sewer.
Seen some things.
I just thought there would be
I've
more
seen
here.
some shit. She have nipples?
Yeah, she would know about nipples.
So she just placed them there.
Yeah.
I'm going to like change my face where I'm not dirty too, by the way, if I can.
Yeah, you can do that.
just picture
Alright,
her in
so-
front of a mirror like
So
this.
what is
teacher.
your, as you go to this is a narrow hallway and you're trying to navigate with this map. You can see, you can see, you can see, you can't see.
You're in front.
Mirror in front.
So what are you using for light? It is pitch dark.
I have dancing lights.
Okay, so you just cast dancing lights and
Yeah.
they're just following you around. Okay. So yeah, just these
Surprise,
four-
I can see.
These four globes of light sort of swirl around Riven's head as she marches forward.
I'm glad we are not sneaking up on anyone in here.
All right, so
What was that?
who has the map?
Not it.
I assume I do, because I took all the stuff.
You have the book.
Yes.
Okay.
I have the journal.
All right, so give me a survival check to read this map.
I thought the woman still had the journal.
Nope, she gave you the journal because it has the maps in it.
Oh, I thought we copied it down because she wanted to keep and study the journal.
Oh, maybe she. Okay, yeah, you copied the maps. That's right. So you still have the maps. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did copy them down. I got a 20 for survival.
No. I take it back. You do have the map. You do have the journal.
Oh.
Yep, you have the journal.
Okay.
Okay.
I do remember saying that I copied the maps though.
Sorry. That is my bad. You have the. She gave you the journal.
Okay.
She wants it back when you get done.
Okay. Oogie, oogie, oogie.
Okay, what was your survival check?
20.
20. Oh yeah, you you're like an expert map reader. You're following along. You're kind of like you see Riven tries to go to the left. You're like, no.
So are we stuck in this? Like, are there options to go in this tunnel?
There are.
Okay.
Which was what her survival check
So
was
we
for.
ducked when we first came in, and then we can stand up now, or are we still
You're
kind
still
of
kind of crouch and hunch, but it is probably about a 5-foot ceiling.
I'm just walking comfortably.
So I'm going to take the chalk, and as we take corners, I'm going to mark the corners that we took.
Okay, sure, yeah, of course. Yeah, but a couple of times, like, Riven tries to go one way, and Ginger looks at the map and goes, no, take it right here. And then you kind of start guiding them, and you're following this thing expertly. Eventually, you come to another, and it does begin to open up. You get to where you can kind of stand up, and
Finally.
eventually
Hunchily.
you come to a stairway that's heading down. And you see that there's a placard on the wall that matches what's the description in the journal on the map, and it says Valve Cluster E213. And if you will remove the papers, we'll just remove this one because that's where you're at.
Finally.
All right.
Oh, nice.
And go ahead and place yourselves.
Oh, snap.
I'll be right.
Do you have Sherry? You don't have
I
Sherry.
don't know where Sherry went, so here we'll say Sir Gilliam is a rat man.
Ratman
All right, so
Gilliam.
you're in this tunnel on these stairs coming down.
Well, then Gendrix is like back here.
Somebody pick up the drunk man.
All right, so what's the marching order?
I'm behind
where's-
Riven.
Where is?
I imagine I was in front since I took over.
So Riven and Sir Gilliam up front,
Okay, so Sir Gilliam's leading.
Yeah.
All right.
and
It's
then
Riven.
Genesis, and then Oligar, and
Yep.
then Gendrix.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that 10-foot gap is there.
Okay.
IRL.
Okay, so yeah, you get in and you can move that middle piece of paper. And you can move into there. So basically, there's a 5-foot ledge on either side, and about a 5-foot drop down into this sluice where you see water is flowing through.
Does it smell like water?
It's a little bit musky.
It's the musky
But it's not what you would expect in a sewer. It smells dirty, but not dirty. It smells like a sewer, but not bad. Not
duty
like,
water.
From a scale of 1 to 10, you would expect a sewer to smell like a 7 or an 8 in terms of like revolting, and this is like a 4.
Oh, I've certainly been in worse smelling sewers. I can tell you that.
Why were you in sewers?
Don't worry about that.
So yeah, you can begin making your way.
Sometimes people try to hide in sewers.
All right. So I'm just using Sir Gilliam at the moment. Where are we stopping, Riven? How far are we getting down?
I guess I'm gonna send him pretty far just to check out the head of.
Okay, so yeah, I mean you can see through his senses, and you see that there is another sluice, and then it goes into a hallway down the other side.
Okay, and you said this was 5 feet deep, or?
Yeah, it slopes down. The water is probably about maybe 1.5 feet or 2 feet. So ankle, like knee depth for regular people, like you, as a gnome right now, pretty small. Or,
Okay.
You know, you're gonna be.
All right.
at
Well, I'm gonna
least.
keep sending.
Okay, well you can only go 60 feet.
So
So we'll figure
that's.
that. Are you guys keeping up with it?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just
I'm gonna move.
using him because instead of moving everybody at the same time.
Okay, well, so
move
are you
me.
keeping up or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and keep up.
Is this where my map ends, or do
Nope,
I see all this on the map?
There's
Okay.
more map. This is the sort. Okay, so as you get here, give me a perception check.
All right. Let's try this one and see what happens. I have to roll good on this.
Hey.
Alright, 17.
Okay. You are surprised.
Ah.
Am I still that far away from them?
No,
Because
everyone's
I'm
still-
kind of like
Aw.
10 feet.
Everyone's
Fucking
back.
balls.
A
He's back.
Warforged.
Another Warforged, eh?
This one,
Man.
well, you haven't seen him yet, but he'll look a little bit different when you do. He will attack you.
Attack.
That's a 27
That will hit.
to hit.
For
And
sure.
He will do. Let's see. Uh, 14 points of piercing damage as he
Oh.
drops down and stabs you through the back with a rapier.
Oh.
And that will be initiative.
Oh.
2/3 of my health gone.
No, that's not very good initiative.
Oh, that's not either.
Mine's in the middle.
This is a terrible time to ask this.
Mhm.
Were we like able to use our hit points like before? Because we were.
We had a long
We had a
rest.
long
Yeah,
rest.
long rest.
Okay.
Just heal to full.
Because I was like, oh, I didn't do that.
No, you just heal to full.
Just-
Regular,
there's a
regular
long
rules,
rest
no,
button.
no special nonsense.
Hit that long rest button.
Long rest.
Okay, Ginger's.
I was like, that was
11.
probably useful.
Riven.
That will be a whopping 7.
Genesis.
16.
16. I don't know what number that is. Oligar.
13.
A 1 and a 6.
All right.
God, he has to go through all those people to get
All right. The Warforged crouches into a sort of defensive looking stance and goes, "You may have dealt with Cutter, but smoke will be your undoing. The Lord of Blades is my master," and he will attack you.
Okay,
Fuck.
He no longer has a surprise.
that's good. That's very good.
All right. Does a... Actually, I know what your AC is. I've got it right here. But I don't know what his plus is. That is a 16.
That hits.
All right. That is 9 points of piercing damage.
I am down.
Damn.
And that will bring up Genesis.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If I use my quicken spell and it makes the spell a bonus action, I can technically cast and then bonus action cast? Okay, cool. Good to know. Alright, I walk up to him and as I'm walking up, I like pull 1 and 1 and I drink them both and I cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Shoo.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Thank God you remember to call it the right thing.
It wouldn't be long.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Do you want me to go ahead and do the other one then?
Go ahead and roll your damage for that.
Okay. So if I can find it,
It's just a
let me
D10, I believe.
Yeah. That will be a 9.
9 points. Right. You see Genesis fires this blast out of her hand and just catches this thing like full in the face and it sort of recoils back. You can see little bits of its like leather that make up sort of its neck muscles sort of catch on fire. All right. What
Didn't
else
you have
we got?
another one?
Then I will like as I do it, I kind of take this other step forward towards him and I drink 2 more and I try to do it again.
Okay.
So a 15.
15 hits.
Sweet. She's angry. You stabbed my friend. And that's gonna be 1 damage.
1 damage. Okay.
1 mighty point of damage.
All right. And then we bring up Oligar.
Alright. So I will turn around. Yep. And run over to it. And try to smack him.
Smack.
All right. Go for
Smack,
it.
smack, smack, smack. Let's see what we can do. That's only a 12.
12 will miss.
Wah, 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 wah. And then I will just regular attack him.
Okay.
That's worse than the first one.
All right, yeah. You see Oligar comes in with his big sword. It's sort of tight quarters. He's trying to swing this giant sword, and the Warforged just deftly dodges out of the way.
And it's it would be multiple things to pull out a health potion and then
Yeah, it's definitely
bonus
an action.
action to-
Definitely an action defeat at this point.
okay, gotcha.
Ginger, let's save.
Fucking fail.
All right. Not a 1, was it?
No.
Okay. Riven.
All right, I'm gonna maneuver around
Move
and
neither.
move my way over to Gendrix.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna feed him a potion. I fed you a potion.
I have been fed a potion.
And then I'm gonna feed you my potion. That way you can still have yours. I'm gonna move my Sir Gilliam's up between.
Okay.
And like I'm not sure how I'm gonna position it, but I'm gonna position it in a way where he can kind of like get in between the Warforge and Oligar. That way he can use his.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Well, it's gonna be over there. It's gonna be a clusterfuck. Basically, I'm gonna stand behind him.
Okay.
I guess. And I can.
I was like, can you stand me upright, somebody? Put me in the square.
He's the text.
All right, so you gave Gendrix your potion?
Yeah.
All right, so 2d4 plus 2.
I rolled 9. Oh,
Okay.
It's fantastic.
All right, and somebody roll me a d10.
I'll do
Somebody?
it.
I got it.
I was like, I don't do well when it's rolling
Two.
in a group.
2.
Dude,
This-
what do?
You see this pipe, you see they have these spiral shaped clothes. You see it open up and a deluge of sewer water comes crashing down, but nobody's in the way of it.
Delicious.
Thank
And
goodness.
that will bring up Smoke, who is...
You can stand.
Oh,
Ginger.
no, he can't stand up yet.
Oh,
I'm
you
in a
can't?
spark cloud. Let's go.
Um,
I'm up in the spark face.
I'm in a
he
spark
is going
space.
to use a bonus action to disengage
No.
Okay.
and jump over to here.
Alright. Them
And
damn
then
bonus
he
action
will-
disengaging robes.
And then he will, you see, he's got the rapier in one hand, and he levels his other hand, and you see from his wrist, these two arms that look like a crossbow pop out, and he's going to take a shot at Ribbon.
Can I use my reaction? Sir Gilliam to stick up a shield.
Well, he's not within 5 feet of you, so no.
Okay.
I mean, you can, but it won't do anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
7 points of piercing damage as this crossbow bolt sinks into your shoulder. All right, Genesis.
I do this like weird little like when he like hurts Ribbon, and I like run like maybe like 1 foot up to him, and as I'm like running, I like drink 2 more, but I have no idea what they are.
Okay.
And so I like basically throw my hands out and try to cast a spell at him.
All right, what are you casting?
I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
All right, go for it.
Do I make a roll to attack you?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That is probably not going to hit. That's 7 plus 5, 12.
12 will miss.
Dang it.
Anything else?
No, not
Okay.
this time.
Olga.
Alright. Let's slosh across the water.
So it's difficult terrain, but that should still have enough. Yep.
Right over there. Alright, let's smack him once. That's 13.
13 will miss.
Then that's all we got.
That's all you got. Okay. Let's get some combat music.
Yeah.
All right. Who is next? Yeah, you see Oligar tries to swing at this thing again, and it's just super maneuverable and deft.
I feel like I will bonus action. I'm gonna imprint this guy.
Okay, sure. And Gendrix.
I dislike this man. This metal man.
It's okay.
It's a metally thing.
It's a female.
This metal person.
You have no way of knowing that.
So I'll stand up, use half my movement to do that, and then I will start whispering at this person thing,
Okay.
and I will say, Cutter was twice the warforged you are. You'll never amount to him, you rusty bucket of bolts. And that's going to be a wisdom save
Wisdom
from
save.
Smoke.
What's the DC?
14.
Ooh, no.
Pass?
No.
Failed?
Bring the damage.
Sweet. Alright. Whisper, discordant melody. Creature of your choice within range can hear. The target must make a wisdom save throw. Fail save. Takes 3d6 psychic damage. And immediately use this reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okay.
Okay, so 3d6. So that's going to be 13 points of psychic damage
Nice.
to the Warforged.
And
He starts running.
I can't really. I guess it'll just kind of run over here, but there's a wall right there, so it's like
Nice.
Gotta run scared.
Do we get opportunity attacks after that or no?
not force movement now.
Okay.
And that will bring up Ribbon.
All right.
Unless you have anything else.
No, that's going to be my turn.
Okay, Ribbon. You just see the Warforged like shake its head.
Do I have enough movement to get over to the dude with Sargilliums?
1, 2. He moves 30, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Well, I didn't know with difficult terrain.
Yeah, it's difficult terrain in the middle because of the water. So probably you can get one more square. So no, not quite. He ran away too much.
Almost.
Sorry, Riven.
No, it's on. Well, then that's it. That's my turn.
You don't want to cast any spells? Or?
I mean, I could try Entangle, but I know he's going to pass it.
You got poison class 10 feet, isn't it?
Do it.
I'll cast Entangle.
You cast Entangle? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
The DC will be 13,
13.
which is going to pass.
So does Entangle make the water extra difficult?
Is it a strength?
Yes.
All right, so I rolled a 13, -1.
Ah.
So it is restrained by entangling plants until the spell ends.
Okay, nice.
Just
And
these
it's
random
concentration.
plants. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And someone roll me a D10.
I'll do it again. Ah, that's a 1.
Number 1 opens and nobody's in the way of it. Sewage runs
Boy,
out.
I'm right there on myself the whole
Yeah.
time.
All right,
I'm gonna
and that
screw
will
myself
bring
up.
Smoke. Does the Dissonant Whispers, is it just for that one turn? It's over?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. He will move up and attack Sergillium. With his
Smoke.
rapier.
With his restrained.
Hold on. I think
Oh, yeah,
it's-
he's restrained. He can't move. He'll shoot his crossbow, Sergillium. 13 will miss.
Yeah.
That's what he can do. Genesis.
I'll reach into my coat again and I'll say, try these two, and I drink one.
Doesn't she get advantage if he's restrained?
Only on well, restrained. Yeah, probably actually.
I couldn't remember if it was just melee or not.
I don't know where I have them. I'm gonna say yeah. I don't know where I put my.
Advantage?
Yep.
Ooh.
Very, very
It just
nice.
says attack rolls.
Yeah.
Do I have anything to you? Yes, I have.
So what are you casting?
I'm gonna do the Chaos Bolt again.
Chaos Bolt. Okay. Make sure you mark on your spell slots.
I did. And I rolled 2 14s.
Nice.
So it'd be a 19.
19. That hits.
Sweet.
Roll those sweet weird damages.
Yeah, the weirdness.
Roll 2 of the same.
I got,
Don't roll through the same.
yeah, I didn't. 2d8.
No,
Yeah, 2d8 and
I'm
d6.
sorry.
Oh, right, d6. Just kidding. So I got. I'm going to use fire damage.
Of course.
6, 7 for 7 damage.
7 total.
Yeah, I roll like crap on this spell
You
every
roll like
time.
Crap on that spell.
I rolled a 1 and 2 3s.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see the fire certainly hits. Does good. She's looking not great. Oligar.
All right. Well, I will move up adjacent.
Okay. Get
And-
Sergillium's way, or do you want to get down in the water?
I'll get down in the water.
Okay.
Get down in there.
All right, down with the sickness.
Yeah, I don't want to get in Sir Gilliam's way. He's the OG.
Yeah.
He's the real tanker here.
Yeah, he's the one that finishes everything.
Yeah.
And I'll just take a swing.
Do it. You have advantage because he's restrained.
Yeah. And nope.
It's a good thing there was advantage.
Doesn't matter if it was advantage.
What'd you roll?
A 1 and a 4.
Ow.
I haven't hit this entire combat.
No, you haven't. Yeah, Oligar is just having trouble like hitting this thing. It's even
didn't-
restrained. It's
I
like,
didn't use my whetstone.
it's-
That's
yeah,
what it
you've got
was.
sharpened your sword.
That's what it was.
I like when you're
Gendrix.
shooting pool and you didn't chalk your stick.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at smoke.
All
With advantage, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sick.
Says dice are never chalked.
That'll be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Dirty 20.
I'm rolling higher with the D10s.
Is in fact 6.
I'm gonna roll a 5 on this next D10. Watch. You about to get
5
sucked.
points of damage.
5 points. All right. Yeah. She's looking rough.
That's why I didn't get Sir
Really?
Gilliam's way.
I'm gonna smack the bitch.
You move Sir Gilliam up.
Yeah.
Give her. Roll Sir Gilliam. Take a whack.
Whack her off, Sir Gilliam.
Actually, don't whack her off because that sounds kind of weird.
What?
Well, no, a
advantage.
12 is not gonna.
You get
Well,
advantage,
yeah.
Give advantage.
Aha! Go me.
Go Gilliam.
17.
17 hits.
I hope this shit hurts.
Roll
bitch.
that beautiful bean footage.
D8
I want
plus.
to say that every single time.
An 8.
8 total?
Mhm.
Alright, yeah. See, she's barely hanging on at this point. Someone roll me a d10.
Oh, I got it. Here
Don't
comes
you
the
don't
5.
don't
Here
let
comes the
no
5.
let someone else roll it.
Oh, it's a 9.
Yep, one down the way opens up.
Yeah, so close.
And that will bring up Smoke.
I wanted to do it.
She will fire her crossbow. Actually, no, she'll attack Sir Gillian.
Reaction, protection. Well, no, is she
He can't
still?
protect himself.
Hold on.
He can't.
She's
protect
still
himself.
restrained though. 'Cause
Mhm.
She hasn't made a strength saving.
Nope.
So how she can still attack me?
Well, you're right next to her.
Okay.
She just has disadvantage because she's restrained. And when I roll a 2, that's not going to hit.
I know the feels.
Well, yeah.
I got you, Smoke.
Genesis.
I know what's up.
I'm gonna hurl a firebolt at her.
Okay.
Nobody knows what it's
You have
like
advantage.
to be the same.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't
you
need
don't
it
need
because that was a 20.
Oh, nice.
20.
So roll a d10 and add 10 to it.
Woo.
And smoke that bitch. Oh, you see what I did there?
15.
15 total?
Yes.
Tell me of Smoke's grisly demise.
From in the back, I like grab 2 of the bigger vials and I drink both of them and I like hold out both hands and fire flames from both of them.
Yeah,
like,
you
right
see
into
this
her.
firebolt just catches the Warforged right in the middle of its chest, and it's blown back against the sluice, and it falls to the ground. And similar thing, that dose it pops out of his chest and flitters off.
Just taking shots.
All right, give me an attack roll.
I will finally hit this one.
Well, let's see, Olgar, it's your turn.
Yeah,
We're
I
still
want
initiative order.
to hit this one.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself, dice. Yep.
Okay,
It worked.
all right.
I haven't rolled over a 5.
Nice. Ginger's, take a shot.
It was a 14. I don't think
That will miss.
Yeah.
Riven.
Am I close enough where I can try to grab it?
You can, you or Sir Gillian.
Gilliam.
Yeah, he can try to make a grab.
Would that just be a straight roll?
Yes, you're gonna make a grapple check against its. So you should roll strength.
Ooh.
But it gets Sir Gilliam's strength.
So until we redesign the way those work, it'll be your strength
My strength.
because you're still controlling.
Well, that's 18.
18. Let me see what my. It's gonna be close. My acrobatics is plus 10. That misses. Sir
Plus
Gilliam.
10.
Sir Gilliam sort of like sheathes his sword and reaches out, and it just flitters right through his fingers and off through the sluice.
But I was
And
close.
It's gone. Yeah, you were close. I rolled really poor, but plus 10 acrobatics.
Yeah.
Podcast brought to you by Arby's.
But yep, it has been. Smoke lays dead at your feet. Her final messenger having gone off into the dark.
What is it with these clockwork people and trying to kill us?
He said Lord of Blade, or she said Lord of. Well, we wouldn't have said if it's he or she.
Yeah, unless you know Warforged, you don't really know what their
It
gender
said
morphism
Lord
is.
of Blades.
The Lord of Blades.
We would have heard about
Thought
that
it
Lord
was
of
maybe
Blades, right?
referring to itself.
You can all give me a just a history check on the Lord of Blades.
I thought that's fairly common. Nope, apparently not.
16.
11.
16.
Fucking 9.
9. So everyone except Olgar
God damn it.
has heard about.
I'm the only one that knows what Lord of Blades is.
Yeah. Yeah, you know that the Lord of Blades is a Warforged who operates out of the Mornland. He originally was a captain in the army of Sire. After he was one of the pinnacles of Warforged, and when the war ended, it did not end for him. He believes that the Warforged will rise to take out the weak flesh things that created them. They will overthrow their masters. He is the typical AI gone wrong.
This is why people shouldn't try to be gods.
I agree.
I don't think he's really a person.
Well, no, he's a construct, of course, but the people that created him were trying to be God. Yep, you two understand.
I
right?
understand what you're saying.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
I understand what you're saying.
thank you, Riven. Well then, shall we check to see if the
She built
recently
constructs.
deceased-
I don't understand.
Well, this one doesn't have any strings attached.
and you see Ceruleum just kind of like,
I wonder what this Lord of Blades has taken interest in us. I certainly hope not. I have other business to attend to.
Maybe they just want what we're after.
but what could we be after that
Well,
is
we
so
weren't.
important to a Warforge?
Something that would keep all the living things out of their home, I suppose. The Lord of Blades is running his operation out of Sire, the Mournland. We're going for an artifact that would destroy the Mourning. Potentially.
That's fair.
accurate.
Well, whatever it is, let's get it first.
Well, I don't really trust those little bug things.
We should call them snitches because they're going to snitch on us.
That is a good call. I believe that you're exactly right. We should call them snitches. Little golden snitches that fly around. Okay, so have we checked the body?
No, you haven't.
But not any kind of snitches. Snitches with a Z. Zidges. Zidges.
I knew it was the first S.
Snitches.
Snitches. I'll let you call it that.
Okay.
All right.
Not sure I could pronounce that.
So you searching the body?
Yes.
Okay, you see the hole where the final messenger popped out of its chest. Fairly nice looking rapier.
Fairly nice looking rapier, eh?
Yeah. You figure if you ripped its arm off, you might be able to do something with the crossbow.
Okay.
Would you like its arm?
Oh, I thought that maybe you would. Would you like to give it a try? You do like collecting the weaponry of.
I'm gonna take a look at the rapier, and are you gonna grab the rapier or not?
I mean, I'll kind of like hold it up and play around with it, but I don't think that I would. Would I get anything from it immediately?
That's just a rapier.
It's
I would
very nice.
gladly take that.
Certainly, yes. Sure.
I'm gonna grab the rapier.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like, with the little book that I have, I'll pull it out and I'll start like sketching like what I think the little thing looked like before it flew away.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the axe and try to dismember the arm.
Okay,
At
yeah,
the
you
shoulder.
can chop it right off.
Yeah.
You can see as you look at it, there is like where the basically you see the slits in the left and right side of the wrist where the arms of the crossbow popped out, and you can see there's a little magazine, and like there's a mechanism that automatically pulls the string back and loads another bolt, and it looks like there's a cartridge that holds 6 bolts.
Okay, I need to find the stats for this.
If I look into the arm, it's like if I just pull stuff in there, does anything happen?
No.
Like little no? If I just stick
You
my
can't
hand
like
in
get
there.
your you can't really like even though it's a construct like the entirety of the arm has like for
Meat.
lack of a better term a circulatory system and muscles
Meat.
all made out of leather and you know little like airbags and things like that.
Airbags.
It's not even real, and I feel as though I'm going to be sick.
Well, you gotta figure out how it works. If I just tuck it up under my arm and then hold it like a gun, can I pull it back?
You don't see a triggering mechanism. Like you can pull the
Squeeze
string
it.
back, but you don't
Yeah.
see a like the trigger that would release it.
Maybe it's like a human hand, where like if you squeeze, you can get it to like. Maybe you just got to squeeze the wrist.
Squeeze the wrist.
Yeah, give me an intelligence check. Straight in.
Straight in. Oh yeah. Fuck you. Now you wanna do it. Straight in.
For the rapier, can I use my dex instead of my strength?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
finesse.
that's straight. That's just 18.
18.
Yep.
You get the sense that whatever controls it was somehow connected into its physiology.
Oh.
Like it used like, basically like some combination of fire this weapon and some combination of moving its hand to make the mechanism work.
Yeah, I don't
Figure
think
this
it's
is a
gonna work.
Warforged component.
I don't think it's gonna work.
See. Well, maybe if we knew another Warforged that wasn't trying to kill us, we could maybe sell it to them.
It's true. We'll take it with us.
Well, will it fit into the bag of holding? Yeah, I'll go ahead and here.
Just a random arm.
Chunk it in there.
Maybe we can salvage it and make some money. I'm all about that money.
All about the salvage.
Right, to
You
bear
want the rest of it?
arms.
No, we'll just take this. This seems to be the most important part.
All about that trash.
Okay. So are you continuing on?
Yep.
Yeah.
You work your way down the sewers past the sluice gate. You make the right, and you see it, not to scale on this map, but further down, maybe another couple hundred feet. You see this door, a circular metal hatch set into the tunnel and engraved with arcane runes, must be the sealed door that is marked on the map. In the middle of the hatch, a glowing circle of mithril depicts the same icon as the one found on the cover of Hugo's journal, the ancient symbol of House Cannith that predates the founding of the Kingdom of Galifar itself, a stylized anvil and hammer.
Stylized anvil and hammer.
I'm gonna pull out his journal
Mm-hmm.
and like match the two symbols to one another.
Okay. So you take the journal and you hold it up to the door, and as you do, the runes begin to glow, the mithril, both on the journal and on the door, and you hear a
I'm gonna lightly pat Genesis on the back. Good job, because I'm not sure how I like to pat her after she's just like skin and bones. Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen.
That was a very, very good guess.
Are you sure she was guessing? I'm pretty sure she knows what she's doing. Don't you kind of work with this
I-
kind of stuff?
Definitely know what I'm doing.
It's very lucky we had her here today, too.
I suppose so. I mean, I thought it was a guess, but I've been wrong before, I suppose. Sally forth.
the door's still closed.
It is.
Can I push on it?
No, you push on it, don't do anything.
I was like, I can push on it.
You can.
Nothing
What
happens.
if we pull on
Is there like a knob or a pull?
You pull on it.
Alright.
Yes, it does. It
I think
opens
it
out.
pulls
I
it
didn't.
out.
I didn't know they had knobs on it. My bad.
Yep.
I missed that part.
You can see that as you open it,
Right.
the door is set into this wall, and there's a vertical shaft that goes straight down into pitch darkness.
So we jumping?
Do I have to cast Feather Fall while they're falling
You cast it as a reaction.
as your action?
As I'm reloading my weapon here, I'm going to take one of the spent cartridges and just kind of flick it down into the hole.
Okay.
Take it. Is this how long it takes to hit the ground?
Can I look down?
Mhm.
See anything?
At the edge of your dark vision, you just see a vertical shaft.
Do any of you have rope?
Pretty sure. I think it's only 50 feet, and I don't think we're getting down that far.
Looking around, is there anything else that sticks out about this area?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigatoire. 10.
It looks like a sewer tunnel. And this strange door that has this weird magical mithril lock on it.
Very strange. Does that book tell you anything about how to get down?
I'll like open it and like look in there. Is everything still like invisible to
Nope.
us in the
No,
journal?
it's once you don't know how long it's gonna stay populated, but no, everything in the book is still there.
I'll like start flipping through it. Do I like just see anything that pops out?
There is the only thing you see is you see the drawing of the door, and it doesn't. There is writing, but you can't read it. You don't know what language it's written in. But it doesn't. All you see, the next sort of pictures that you sort of see, there is a bunch of text, but once again, it's in a language you don't read. But the next picture that you see is just this is a shaft opening into a large underground chamber. There doesn't seem to be any mention of what to do once you get to this door.
I can't read it. I'm sorry, but it looks like we have to go here, and then there's an underground chamber of some sort.
Do I have a good idea that it's larger than 60 feet?
How would you know that?
I mean, just by like, well, I mean, if their dark vision ends, would they have like, I don't know.
They have 60 feet of dark vision.
Considering the average spent shell casing weighs for approximately whatever, and for the amount of time that it was falling, apply a little calculus, we know that it's exactly I don't have any idea.
Do I
mean,
know he's full
you
of
would-
crap?
you
Like,
would
does
know
that sound
that-
like crap to me?
Most people carry 50 feet of rope, and I said that's not going to be enough.
Okay.
So that would give you an idea.
Who all has rope?
I has the rope.
I have 0 rope.
I'm looking right now.
I has no rope, but I has Feather Fall.
Okay. How many people can you cast Feather Fall on?
5.
Okay. How long does it last?
Up until a minute.
Okay.
Well, I don't see any other way.
I don't have any rope.
Neither do I. I don't carry the stuff.
We could go get rope and come back.
I thought we jumped down.
You know, normally I would say not without a way out, but I'm feeling a little adventurous today. And I'll step right up to the edge and look at you and start to lean.
We could put the rope 50 feet down and then jump.
I guess I'm gonna walk to the edge too. I'm gonna walk circularly to the edge. I'm really considering jumping because I'm assuming you're like right there.
Yeah, I'm like even leaning over the edge.
Like, I mean, you could kind of like Scooby-Doo your way into all, like only one of you could go through the hole at a time.
So I can only cast it once, and does it go up to 5 creatures, or can I only cast it one time?
I don't know what the spell says.
It says
I'm unfamiliar with how this spell works.
choose up to 5 creatures, falling creatures within range. So we would all have to fall at the same time, I guess, or we'd all have to be falling before I could cast it.
Yes. Someone who is firmly planted on terra firma, you cast Featherfall, doesn't do anything. Because the spell ends probably when they hit the ground.
Yeah.
So, if they're not falling.
Yep. 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 Tricky.
What if we all jump? We just.
I mean, if we won't all fall, if we like jump right behind each other, technically we would all be falling at the same time.
What's the range of the spell?
60 feet.
Depending on how deep the hole is, that might work.
I imagine it's pretty deep.
Well,
I'm gonna.
Is there anything to hook the rope on?
Yeah, so on the inside of the door, there are 2 handles on either side of the where it's split.
No, wait. I'll jump last.
How much do you all weigh? You're all scrawny.
Yeah, look, none of them are beefy.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do.
I can get on your shoulders.
No,
What do you- toss
that
me.
makes no sense. Why would you?
We would fall together.
No,
I'm jumping last.
that's not. No. Stop.
What is your plan, Oligar?
I'm gonna tie the rope around my waist. You're all going to get in the hole on the rope. I'm going to jump into the hole. We're all falling.
What are you doing, Sir Gillian?
I guess
If you use this plan.
We'll
I
all
guess
die together.
I'm gonna get him to like hold on to me, I guess.
Put it back in the bag.
I can put it back in the bag. Yeah, I'm gonna put it back in the
I just
bag.
want to point out that she has not told us she's going to cast anything. We're just talking about falling right now.
that makes it even better.
Alright, so you see
Ultimate trust.
Oligar grabs the rope,
Trust
ties
fall!
a hitch around his waist and throws the rope into the hole.
Who's first?
I guess I'll grab the rope and start making my way downtown.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you slide down.
I'll
How far
brace
do you slide
myself.
down?
I'll go down far enough so that I can still see the top and like see everybody, but my head is like just kind of sticking out the hole, waiting for the next person, and
Okay.
I'll kind of like move down.
Okay. Who's next?
Go ahead.
I want to last.
I'm going next.
Okay, so you see Riven grabs onto the rope, her butt kind of hits you in the head.
Oh, easy, Riven. I'll go down a little.
It's a nice butt. I know.
It's not. It's
gnome
this
ass.
real gnome.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
I'll go. I'll go
Okay.
and go.
I love how we're doing a major trust fall right now.
So you guys are about halfway slid down the rope. Oligar, what do you do?
Are you ready? I don't know what's gonna happen. This is gonna be fantastic.
Where did you go to school again?
I didn't. And I'm just gonna cannonball into that
Okay,
shit.
you feel whatever tension was on the rope disappear and you're all in free fall.
I'm gonna cast Featherfall.
Okay, your movement arrests and you just gently glide 50 feet, 100 feet. You were first. Your butt hits as the tunnel slopes. You get weight again. Riven, you hit, you get weight. Genesis, you hit, you get weight. Oligar, you hit, you get weight. And you slide down and eventually slide to a level tunnel where you can walk. It is pitch dark.
Dancing lots.
Ah! Damn it.
Well, at least we can see.
At least you can see. Warn somebody. I can see perfectly.
Okay. So, eventually you follow this tunnel, and it comes and it opens into a large open chamber. You can see as you come to the edge this pipe is about 8 feet or so in diameter, so you can all stand. But you're in that same marching order. Gendrix in front, followed by Riven, followed by Genesis, followed by Oligar. It's no way to really maneuver around each other
Right.
here.
Wait a minute. I did not sign up to be in front.
Well, it looks like we're stuck in this formation for right now.
But as you come out, so as you go down the vertical shaft, as you are floating down, it's a mix of crumbling earth and ancient stone. Centipedes and other insects cover the walls like living decorations. The long descent takes you deeper into the bowels of the Korranberg Undercroft. Soon the shaft begins to angle, and by bracing yourselves, you can actually walk along one of the surfaces. Further still, the shaft becomes a tunnel, and the footing is no longer difficult to maintain or treacherous. The tunnel eventually opens into a vast chamber. Though it emerges about 6 feet above the floor, you can't see the distant walls in the darkness, and the ruins of nearby walls and buildings appear as deep shadows in the eternal tower, or in the eternal night of this Undercroft. But you can feel a change in air current and pressure that indicates a large open space ahead of you.
Feels like it's going to open up ahead of us. Be ready.
I'm pulling a Gendrix. I'm kind of hovering back.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly pull
It
back
didn't work
out
out well
Sir
for me last
Gilliam's
time.
and put it back together.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're at the edge of this tunnel, and you can see it's about a 6-foot drop. You can just hop down easily enough.
Before I do that, up to the edge of my dark vision, is there anything that sticks out to
You
me?
see up just straight in front of you and to the little left what appears to be the ruins of a crumbled wall.
Okay.
And beyond that, that's as far as you can see if you're in the edge of the tunnel.
Okay.
I'm gonna march back
To
up
your
it.
right, there is what appears to be another crumbled wall.
Okay. It looks clear. I'm going in and I'll hop down.
You jump down, and the floor is
Falls out from beneath me.
no, it feels like you're walking on like broken stones and shale. And
Okay. It's a little crunchy down here. Be
What a time
careful.
to not wear shoes.
I'll jump down. Can I see the ground?
Mhm.
What is it?
broken rocks and stones.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it just felt that way. I was like, is it pieces of bone?
I mean, there might be
That's what I was
bones. You're not really
concerned
sure.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna take and put Sir Gilliam's as the lead.
Okay,
Just so I
Sir
can make
Gilliam
sure.
comes and trots up next to you, sort of looks up at you and goes,
Thank you, Sir Gilliam. Please. After you.
And I'll just pull it behind.
Alright, yeah, so you jump down, sort of in this cluster with Sir Gilliam out front. He's got his shield up and his sword, he's ready. Dancing lights are hovering sort of around him.
Alright.
What's the radius on dancing lights?
It gives you like 10 foot and 10 foot. I mean, it doesn't affect you at all, you have dark vision.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to stay out of the range of them. I didn't want to be like basking in the glow.
Oh yeah, you'd have to be 20 feet away from the lights.
That's fine.
I guess we'll start moving forward.
Okay.
Kind of stick kind of close to one of the walls.
Okay, yeah,
instead of
there
just
is
walking out the
as
middle.
you jump out of the tunnel, you see there is a wall to your, like the natural cavern wall,
Mhm.
to your left is only maybe 15 feet away.
Okay. Yeah. Gendrix's plan is just to kind of stick to the wall and move forward.
Okay. Yeah, you move forward. You come up to that crumbling wall that you initially saw, and as you get up to it, you can see over the top of it. There's what appears to be up and to your left. There's what appears to be an intact structure. Looks like there's several holes in the roof, holes in the wall, but it appears to be an intact structure. You'd have to go around the left of this crumbling wall in front of you, or clamber over it to make it to that structure if you wanted to.
Does it look like something might be in there? You think?
I'll like take off my steampunk goggles and like put them up, and I look at you with these like crazy glowing eyes.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
like-
see in the darkness here, her eyes are just this glowing white that was hidden behind the lenses of the goggles.
What has happened to you, woman?
I'm not really sure, but I can see better now. And I'll like look over the wall. Like, what do I see?
Yeah, so you see, let me tell you. You see the outer walls of what appears to be a building. From here, you're not sure what its purpose may have been, but you can see that it is what was a building at some point. It is pretty ruined, but like it still has enough of its structure that you're like, okay, that's not just crumbling stones.
It looks like a ruined building.
I'm gonna come up next to you guys. So, where do we go now? And what the hell is wrong with you?
Nothing. Oh, right. It's normal.
No.
I mean, I really can't say much. So you're like looking down.
That's questions for later. Where do we go now?
I suppose we check the building.
Is that the only option?
Right now, it's all you can see. This is a pretty vast chamber.
I'm gonna take Sir Gilliam's up to the building.
Okay. Yeah, you get to the side of it, you can see through the holes that there is like an interior structure. And looking through like one of the holes, you can see there's probably on the right-hand side of the building. If you walk around, it looks like what was probably the door.
I guess I'm gonna keep like close to him, but not too close, and
Okay.
use him and just go inside.
Okay, yeah, he walks in and yeah, it looks like even though the interior is pretty much rotted and destroyed. Actually, everyone give me a history check
History.
since you're all kind of down here.
Yes,
looking around.
right. Pretty sure that's.
Ah,
plus
shit,
zero.
I don't know shit.
8.
17.
11.
A 3.
17. You realize that this is probably built on the ruin, or that this was probably built. Where this is built was built before Korranberg was built. Korranberg was built about 1,500 years ago, before the War of the Mark, which is different than the last war. The War of the Mark was about 1,000 years ago. But before that, you know that there were goblinoid empires, especially in this part of the world, the Decani Empire. They were a martial class of honorable goblins and goblinoids. And you get the sense that while this area that you're in was probably not built by the Decani, whoever built this built it inside the ruins of the Decani Empire, either before Korranberg was built, or someone came down here and built all of this to hide whatever it was that they wanted to hide under Korranberg in the ruins of the Decani Empire.
I'm gonna turn to Genesis. So, do you know anything about this?
I think this, and then I just start like mumbling all of that. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and you've all heard of the Decani Empire. You've all probably know goblins, but they're obviously not prominent anymore. Their empire has gone into decline.
So, what you're telling me is this is an old goblin empire.
Ruins
But
inside of ruins.
Not necessarily built by them.
Do you go inside the building?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
like as I'm talking, like walk in there.
Okay. Everyone, give me if you're walking in, give me a religion check. If you are trained in religion.
Nope.
Is anyone trained in religion?
So
You're half trained, so you can.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Bards.
All right, dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. Yeah, so you see as everyone walks in, you can see on the outside of this door frame, this sort of sill that the door was sat in, are a couple of symbols that are the symbols of Onatar, who is
Onatar.
the god of artifice and the forge. And as you walk into the structure, what's left of it, you can see there is at the far end what appears to be like maybe a ruined or destroyed altar to Onatar.
Yes, old shrine altar of Onatar. Is that it?
Onatar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch the symbols.
Does there appear to be anything useful around the old shrine or any
Give me an investigation check.
investigate? 13.
13. You see that behind the altar, and it's pretty ruined, but there's what appears to be a small pool.
Appears to be a small pool.
And it's got a little bit of liquid in it.
Does the liquid have any kind of distinction to it? Does it just look like water?
Looks cloudy from all the debris, but other than that, it's colorless, clear.
What are you looking at?
This pool here, Sir Gilliam, would you mind stirring this water up?
Soriana just kind of walks over there, sticks his sword in there.
Anything special? Look.
He
Well,
lifts it up. Sheathes his sword and just stands there.
Is there any other? Is this area particularly moist?
No, not really.
It's not really a good gauge for testing things.
Moisture?
Yeah, you have to
Putting,
taste
putting
it.
a stick in it, stirring it. It's not. That's not how you test things.
Is that not
Well,
how you make things?
Then would you test it?
No. And like I'll just kind of like barely put my finger in it, and I'll like sniff it.
Smells like water, feels like water.
I kind of like taste it a little bit.
Give me an insight check.
know.
1,000 dust.
16.
16. There's something calming about this place. Like, once you step through the door, and now as you're dabbling with this remaining liquid in this basin, there's something about just the area that feels calming.
Well, I don't really know about this. And I'm like, but the actual area is very calming.
Did you taste it?
Yeah.
Oh, you healed a hit point.
Oh, okay. I think it's a healing potion.
Oh, well, I'll kind of reach my hand in and like gather some of it up and look at it
Yeah, that's a good idea.
and sniff it one time, and then I'll kind of like drink from my hand.
You go 5 hit points.
I'm gonna take the empty vial that I poured into Gendrick's mouth and fill it back up.
Okay. That's about what's in there after he's kind of done with his hand.
Okay. We're probably gonna need more of this for later.
Thank you for earlier, by the way.
No problem.
What else do you know about Odinator?
Oh, well, I go into a spiel about how he was, you know, a god of craftsmanship and this and that, and I have a little respect for him because, you know, fine craftsmanship is, you know, a good thing, I guess. And
I mean, both of you being marked, like, you would know that if House Cannith is not religious at all, but if they were, Onatar would make sense for them.
Interesting.
So what does this have to do with what we're down here to find?
Nothing. Religion doesn't actually do anything. Doesn't mean anything.
That's not my point. But yes.
No, I just
But
mean
no.
it's irrelevant. We can continue walking and find the thing we're looking for.
is there anything else that appears useful?
Other than this feeling of calm that you get when you're
Hey,
in this
Genesis,
place.
can I borrow the journal real quick?
Okay.
Is
No,
this
like,
like
hand
a,
it to you.
is this
Okay.
like a recognizable like feeling?
I'm
Just
not sure.
I'm gonna look through the journal to see if there's like any matching symbols of like Unitar.
No, there's nothing. No, like none of the symbols of Onatar, which is like an anvil with a hammer crashing into it.
So there's nothing like that would signify that we would have found this little building thing.
However, there is now that you're in this space, you do see that there's a roughly drawn map that you feel like might correspond to this area of where you're at. Because just the crumbling wall that you came across that you looked over, and now this building, it's roughly sketched on here. It's not to scale or anything. It's just
And
sort
there's
of
a
like,
star. That must be where we are. And right next door, see, there's the Starbucks. Okay.
Yeah. I want to just, while everybody's looking and messing around, I'm just going to start poking random stuff with my sword
Okay.
in this house.
Okay.
That's just what I'm doing. Just FYI.
okay.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
It
get
you
appears
poke some
that
stones.
Yeah.
this roughly drawn map may be where we're at, and I've turned it around and I show Genesis.
You're not sure how far away, but you can see from where you're at. If you were to go back to the door and you went up to your, basically went straight forward and to the right a little bit, there would be another building up there that's marked with the House Cannith symbol. on
There
the map.
may be another building nearby that's marked with a house can the symbol if we go up and to the right.
let me see, and I'll get like really close to her face. Like look at the map.
Does Genesis smell a little funky?
Nope.
There's a little snake
Well, I mean, like,
thing.
she's gonna have to be like squatting really down because I'm still gnome form.
Oh yeah. So I'm just like, maybe right here.
Now I'm like holding it up to you.
You are an expert navigator.
Sometimes.
Oh God.
Yeah, roll high enough.
Right. I think we need to go this way, and I'll kind of like point where the map says we should go.
Okay.
Assuming I can read the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's just pictures.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
back up to the door and go to the right, like you
The
said.
best
See
kind
Okay,
if I
so you
can-
start heading out. Are you being
Pictures.
sneaky or what are you doing?
Well, I have Sir Gilliam in front of me to be cautious. I wouldn't necessarily be stinky, but I wouldn't be like overly like.
So you're not being stealthy. You're just walking.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Okay.
probably
Well, you
chatting
got
about the
probably have
map.
your lights going too. 'Cause it is
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not being loud, but I'm in the back
I swear to God,
outside
it was
of the
another
lights,
war form.
Okay.
and I'm just trying not to be loud.
Yeah, you do come up to this building that is mostly intact. The one thing you do see is that like there's a corner of the roof that looks like there's maybe been a cave in or something. There's a huge adamantine door front of the building.
Does it look like there's any kind of like special symbol that we have to do like that crazy stuff with the first door?
There is the House Cannith symbol, but it doesn't appear to be inlaid with mithril or anything like that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to open up the door.
It is locked.
Let me give it a shot. I'll try to open her up.
Sure. You gonna try and pick it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pick it with my
Okay.
thieves' tools.
Is there any? So this is just a door and then like walls.
Mm-hmm. It's like a double door.
That'll be a 12.
12. You work it. You hear the tumblers clicking, but as you do, you also see blue sparks that shoot off of the lock.
Would that mean anything to me immediately?
Give me an Arcana check.
Cool. Something else I'm not good at. 8.
8. Huh.
You're going away. That's like the 12th 6 I've rolled with that die.
Would I've seen the blue?
Mhm.
No, I don't know anything about Arcana.
I'm trying to avoid being like, can I roll 2?
Yeah, I mean, if you're
But-
trained in a skill, then generally I
Okay.
might give you a second roll. But if you're not trained, probably not.
You
Okay.
must be doing a
But
good
if
job.
I am trained, I can roll.
The sparks coming out mean that I am the best lockpick ever.
So we've got
Now,
I got
just because
18.
you rolled poorly, you can interpret it as the player to what you think it might be. That's part of playing D&D. If you roll well, I would tell you what it is. But you
Let's-
roll well. You're pretty sure that this is not only a mundane, but also a magical lock.
That's not why that happens. It's a magical lock.
I knew that.
So how do we unlock it?
That's what he's working on. He's doing well. The sparks come out.
I don't think he's doing very well at this point.
I don't think so either.
And I'm very concerned why you became a bounty hunter to begin with, and I can see why you failed.
First of all, that's hurtful.
Yeah, I'll pull my picks out and be like, well, if it's magically locked, I do suppose I have a key.
Magical key?
Kind of. I just prefer not to use it right away.
That was very loud, and we don't know what's down here.
Exactly.
There's no other way, and it's just like a solid ass wall.
Yeah, so the one thing you can is it looks like there might be a part of the roof that is broken in.
How tall is it?
Taller than you.
About 15 feet.
About 15
No
feet. Is there
man's.
like anywhere to climb up at? Like,
You could attempt to scale the wall. It is. I mean, even though this is very much an intact building, there is like some debris and it's old. You know, you can probably find handholds. You could try to climb it.
I'm gonna take Sir Gilliam's and doop 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 doop.
All right, give me an athletics check.
I can throw you. I see her looking at the wall. I can tie the rope around you and just throw you.
You can tie the rope around Sir Gilliam's with Sir Gilliam's.
Sure.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna walk Sir Gilliam's over to him then and
You tie the rope around Sir Gilliam.
Yeah.
All right, give me an athletics check to freaking lasso him up there.
Yeah, this hasn't gone poorly all night.
You don't weigh much, about 20 pounds.
Yeah, but you know.
But how far and how heavy?
You said athletics. Yeah. Dice.
Throwing too far.
Yeah, there's a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of get him spinning, and you can see so all you see, he's got this look of terror on his face, and then you let him go, and he arcs up and crashes onto the ceiling.
Alright, I said Sir
That's
Gilliam's up.
awesome.
And I look around.
Yeah, you can see there's a hole that's about 10-foot circle roughly in one corner of the roof.
Okay, so my question for you is, this is out of the game real quick, but like when I'm like seeing through him, does my eyes roll back? Like, am I like?
Not especially, but you just
Yeah, I was
go, you
gonna
go
say
blind. If you just, it's like find familiar. Basically.
Okay, I go blind.
Yeah, if you decide to look through his eyes, then you can't see through your.
Okay, so everybody can see that I'm blind right now. So I'm just like waving my hand in the air like this, and I'm blind.
And you see the rope moving because it's tied to Sir Gilliam.
Do you have a big one?
How are you doing that?
What do you mean? How am I doing that?
How are you doing that, Emily?
You can't. You also can't hear her.
Oh, I can't
You
hear
hear
her.
it very vaguely through Sir Gilliam's hearing.
I'm gonna walk Sir Gilliam to that. You say something?
Like you can still talk, you just can't hear through your.
Well,
ears.
I'm gonna be like, you say something?
You see Sir Gilliam looking down at you.
What have you found, Sir Gilliam?
You can hear his voice, but it's faint because he's far away.
A hole. We found a hole.
Have you found another way for us to get up there?
I'm gonna like, I guess, can I drop him in there?
If you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop him in there.
Okay. So yeah, there's enough rope you can sort of lower him down in.
Right.
I'm gonna look around to see if there's anything for me to tie the rope to with Sir Gilliam.
Give me a second.
Sir
I need Sir
Gilliam's a
Gilliam to make
pinata right now.
I need Sir Gilliam to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Something is in there taking swipes blindfolded.
And that's with my
Just waiting for him
strength
to be like,
saving,
"What?"
or
Yeah.
that's gonna be a 17.
17, okay. Sir Gilliam does not get knocked prone, but you feel a tug on the rope. Sir Gilliam takes 12 points of damage.
Would I have noticed that he got hit? Like, would I feel that?
I mean, you're looking through his eyes.
So,
It is dark in here, though. I mean, you didn't say you sit in a light, but it is dark.
okay.
Actually, no, it's not. Yep, it's dark. Sorry.
Well, I imagine I would have set the lights with him if.
Okay. Yeah, you can send the lights in now.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the
Yeah,
lights
you
in.
see he's being attacked by 2 iron dogs.
There seems to be dogs in here.
That's not so bad.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Yeah, you are playing with him though.
5 more points of damage and another strength save.
Pull him out.
I'll pull him. I guess I'll try to pull him up.
Okay, yeah, you can roll him back up to the ceiling. Strength save doesn't matter. He's being pulled back up.
He's still like hanging there.
Yeah, so
like,
he's like dangling, and these you can see through his vision that these iron dogs are like jumping at him.
yeah, these dogs aren't very happy.
You should probably lead with that next time.
Can I like try to hit them in the air and see if I can hit?
I mean, if you're far enough away that they're jumping at you,
Okay.
then no.
Okay,
'Cause
so
you're
that's
not
where wouldn't
within
extend that far.
Yeah, you're out of range basically for them to hit you, so you can't hit them either.
So if that's the case, then can I use a spell?
I'm just gonna pull him all the way out. I'm just gonna keep pulling him.
You can't cast through Sir Gilliam yet.
Okay, I can't.
Not until later.
So I'm gonna look around to see if I can see like a door. I'm gonna like move the lights.
Yeah, I mean, you see the door that you're all standing outside of.
What does the door look like?
There's a bunch of rubble in front of it. It looks like a door. It's made out of adamantine.
Okay, so does it look like there's any kind of like lock or anything? Fuck.
I'm just holding him. I'm just gonna pull him out.
Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and pull me
Pull
out.
him, so he's up on the roof. Give me a
Yep.
perception check.
14.
14. Yeah, you see there are like a couple of rods, like that you could maybe tie the rope around that you guys could climb up the rope maybe.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna take and Sir Gilliam's gonna untie the rope.
Okay.
And you're gonna feel it tug a little bit. You're gonna be like,
I can
Yeah.
see him though, right? Like,
Yeah, he's like
Okay.
near the edge.
I'm gonna like
Okay.
tie it to something.
Okay, give me a dex check.
That's not gonna do anything very well. That's a 7.
Okay. Yeah, you think Sir Gilliam tied a pretty good knot.
You use your strings to have your puppet tie a knot. This is going to go well.
does he even have fingers?
It wouldn't have went bad if I would have rolled well, because it uses my dex.
Yeah, you see Sir Gilliam goes for a while, and you can see the rope. You give it a tug.
Maybe it does does he have fingers?
Yeah.
Okay. I just always picture like amiibos.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just picturing like amiibo the whole
Since
time.
I'm a gnome, would
you
I
know?
technically weigh 40 pounds?
You weigh less, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go up first.
Okay, give me an athletics
Well, I'm
check.
kind of gonna give it a tug
Okay.
before she even gets on it, just to test it.
All right,
like,
give
you
me
did
an
it, like-
athletic, give me an athletics check.
I just kind of want to, you know. That's a dirty 20 again.
Well then,
I'm gonna walk Sir Gilliam's over to the edge. Can you throw that back up, please?
I don't think that worked so well. I can throw you up there.
Oh, fuck. Alright! I'm gonna walk over to him.
Toss me.
Dust man.
meanwhile, I'm just going to try to climb up.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
You mean to toss you?
No, you gotta toss me. We gotta do it. It's
That's
gotta
a
happen.
6.
You're trying to go and you grab a handhold and a piece of rubble breaks off the side of the wall.
Is it rough climbing?
It's not, yeah, it's pretty rough.
I bet I can climb better than you.
Maybe.
Yeah, give me an athletics check to climb.
Was it a competition now?
I'm going to be outdone by a dead woman.
A 10.
10. Yeah, that's sufficient. You find a foothold.
Are you gonna throw me up there or not?
You know,
No, I'm gonna put the rope around me and I'm gonna.
just takes you takes you a couple of handholds and you manage to scale the wall.
I guess I'm
You
gonna
get
try
over
to scale up the wall.
Yeah, I want to try to.
I'm gonna get up there and like brush my clothes off. And
Is
look
it
at you and I'm like,
acrobatics
Yeah.
or is it
It's
athletics?
athletics.
21.
21, yeah. Oligar just like
3.
standing jumps, grabs on, and muscle up onto the rope.
Yeah.
I'm still digesting my biscuit from this morning. I had difficulty climbing the wall. Will you put the rope down, please?
Is this what you meant by you're an okay thief?
So
Listen
did
here.
you have the rope tied around
Yeah,
him?
no,
Yeah.
I slung it over.
Yeah, he's got the rope tied around him. You can try to climb the rope.
Okay, yeah, I'll try
I'll let it
Yeah,
down.
so you can make an athletics check with advantage.
Athletics check with advantage.
I'm gonna go up behind him and do the
Okay.
same.
All right, that'll be a 14.
Yep, 14 is sufficient.
15.
That is also sufficient.
I like scale that
Thank you,
rope.
Oligar.
Those were some good biscuits and honey.
Yes, they were very, very good.
Mine are gone.
Okay, so now that you're all up
Actually
here,
hungry.
you can see the roughly 10-foot circular hole. And if you look down, you can see there's dogs like circling the hole, but they're made out of metal, and their eyes look like they're on fire, and they're just sort of circling the hole, looking up.
I'll go ahead and take a pot shot at one of them.
Those are not what I would call
Okay,
dogs.
go for it.
Yeah. 8.
That will miss. You didn't roll a natural one, did you?
No, it was a 2. My gun misfired.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that gun's done.
Oh, it's done?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to repair it.
I have to repair it.
Can I cast mend on it?
No.
Okay. Is it considered a magical object?
In that term, yes.
Okay.
The mechanism is too fine for mending.
Okay. I tried.
Fly, and I'll kind of put it away and pull out feather and be like, I suppose I'll have to be up front with you.
About what?
Never mind.
While they're talking, I want to kind of look at the dogs, like in the hole, and I'm like, I wonder. And then I try to like take some of their health. Nope.
They're
Right.
constructs.
No.
Hey, you know what you could do? Firebolt.
I could do that.
You certainly could.
Okay.
It is an at-will spell.
We just all kind of like stare at her for a second, and she's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh right.
If you want a long-range murder these dogs, the Gilliam pinata was nice to lure them out. That was really smart. I don't know if you meant to do that, but
Absolutely.
That was definitely
was the
all
plan.
part of the plan.
Yeah.
22.
All
That hits.
part of the
you
plan.
hit one of them.
Where's mine?
I think this
Damages.
session has been the best session so far.
6 damage.
Okay. Yep. You hit it. It
We had a trust
makes this
fall. We had a
like grinding,
piano.
like sound.
Fire always works.
You can literally sit here and do this until they're dead.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make you roll over and over and over to do it. Eventually, you kill these 2 dogs. As the first one dies, I assume you're all like standing around the hole just watching Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
Everyone give me a perception check. As the first one dies.
Okay, so I'm looking at the dog. So,
Yeah, you can.
or do you want? Okay.
Perception?
This dude is gone.
18.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm dice jailing the crap out of
17.
mine.
17?
8.
6.
Okay, so Genesis and Riven both notice. As this first dog dies, its head sort of opens up and this like rod pops out of its face. And then when the second one dies, same thing happens.
Is that supposed to happen?
I've never seen anything like him before.
What?
Its face, it has a rod.
Well,
sitting on
like,
its head.
yeah.
Did you put that there?
No, she didn't
don't
put
think
that
so.
there. You've been here.
Yes, I've been enjoying watching this happen.
I
How
kind
far
of just
is
like.
the fall? Like,
About 10 or 15, about 15 feet.
I'll give like a whistle down the hole and be like, here, Pooch, any more?
You wait a minute.
I mean, we could.
All right, I'm jumping down then.
We could.
Okay.
I do have a rope.
You should probably tie it off up here somewhere and, throw it down.
All right, what do I see in the
event that
room?
we
Did
can't
you just
get
jump
back
out?
out.
Yeah.
Give me a dex check.
Dex check.
Or
Okay.
dexterity saving throw, sorry.
Saving throw.
Yep.
That's gonna be an 8.
An 8.
Yeah. I face plant.
Yeah, you take 2 points of fall damage.
we
Feel
had
like
a
you might have
rope.
twisted your ankle.
Sprained it.
Not one of my better moments.
Yeah, so you're gonna tie the rope off to one of these like aerials.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The rest of you can slide down the rope. No problem.
Yeah, I'll do that.
As you come into the room,
I want to go investigate one of them rod things after
yeah.
this.
So a large chunk of the ceiling has fallen in, crushing cabinets and shelves beneath the weight of brick and stone. The remains of what appears to be a metal dog that was caught in the falling stones juts from the debris. Dusty shells, intact, line the southern wall, and a huge forge and furnace fill the eastern part of the room. Neither appears to have been used in centuries. There would have been 2 pairs of glowing eyes that emerged from the far darkness, but you have already slain them.
I'm gonna go and like look at the little hounds and see like what the rod is.
Yeah, so you
and,
see
like,
the 2 that died, that Genesis killed with fire bolts from afar in an intelligent manner. One of them has a, let me see.
I are smart.
One of them has a square-shaped rod poking out of its head, and the other one has a triangular-shaped rod.
I'm gonna take both of those out.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look around for something to stick this in because I
Okay.
have a feeling it's supposed to be a key.
When you look at the far end of the forge, I'll just start passing this around. You see this.
Ooh, I was
Okay.
terrible at this game as a child.
I am definitely gonna go ahead and shove it into the holes.
Okay, so which one are you doing first?
I'm gonna do the triangle first.
Okay.
The square one won't fit.
Where is everybody else?
Apparently I haven't moved.
Okay.
I'm kind of examining the dogs.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the crushed
Y'all
dog.
all gonna get surprised. Surprise, motherfucker.
So you're up by the furnace. Where are you at, Ginger?
I guess I'm kind of close to it.
Okay, so you both take 4 points
Hold
of
that up to the
lightning
camera, I don't
damage
know if they can see
as a lightning trap when she shoves the. Which one did you shove in first?
The triangle.
The triangle. She shoves that one into the triangle hole, and you both get zapped by lightning.
Not that one.
Me and him both got zapped.
So you have a square and a triangle right now, and on the furnace you can see there is a square and triangle.
So like,
right
is the
in
triangle one sticking in there now?
there. No, it's after you got shocked, it popped back out.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna try the square.
I'm getting away.
Okay, so you move away. She puts it in the square. You take 1 point of lightning damage as the floor electrifies again.
Well, we know that this does not work.
I'm trying to dig out the dead one that
Okay,
was
yeah, so
crushed.
when you dig around the dead dog, you can see it has a pentagonal-shaped rod sticking out of its face.
All right, we should try that one first.
I'm going to grab it away from the gnome midget
Okay,
and hold it aloft
okay.
to where she cannot get to it. Yes. All right.
Don't make me have to take these clothes off.
How would that help anything?
I don't know. But maybe it'll distract her long enough to where we can solve this puzzle.
Maybe if we put them in at the same time.
I'm not sure about that.
Well, clearly
also
the
not sure about
pentagon
anything.
one goes in now because we've already tried the triangle and the square.
All right.
This is a very valid assumption.
I'm gonna go like run behind. Is there anything to run behind? Can I just sort of like do this against the wall?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, what?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, you said persuasion. I was like, ooh, persuade.
You're persuading him not to get
Persuading the DM.
Oh god, that's terrible.
Oh, wow.
5.
Okay, yeah, you don't. Yeah. No.
I'm like, wait.
I'm just gonna walk over. Just hand me the other 2.
What kind of shoes do you wear?
That's a good question. What kind of
I
shoes
didn't think you had
do
shoes.
you wear with the curious and other things?
I mean, do you have like hobnail boots or leather shoes or?
I thought you weren't wearing shoes.
I feel like you'd wear
No, I
leather.
was wearing shoes, but I don't know what comes with that outfit. What is a hobnail?
So like hobnail boots are like just the old style boots where the top of them are made of leather and the bottom is like wood or like rawhide or whatever, and they have nails that are driven into the soles to hold the soles on.
Can I do like acrobatics to see if I can run and just grab the
I don't know
pentagon
why I
thing?
would have those on. That sounds weird.
So leather is
I mean, it makes sense that much. So you'd either wear leather boots or hobnail boots.
I would have regular ass of the time boots. So take your pick.
Those are the options. Hobnail boots are probably like more sturdy. They probably wear longer.
Then yes, hobnail
Okay.
boots.
So as he starts walking towards, are you walking towards the furnace?
Yes.
As Oligar starts walking towards the furnace, you hear he's walking in dirt, and then click, click, click as his hobnail boots click against the metallic floor in front of the furnace.
Metallic.
But hold on a second. I'll like go over there. When the electricity shot out, it only shot in the middle of the floor.
Now as you look now and you hear the clicking of the boots, you can see there's about 10 feet in front of the forge and all the way to either wall, which I guess you could move the big map and reveal the map that's inside since you're in there. But you didn't have to fight the dogs in there because you did them smartly. The inside of the foundry is here.
We and
Small.
unintentionally.
That furnace that you're looking at is this bit here. And so all of these plates here are these black metallic.
That's where he's standing right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so he's here,
Uh-huh. I think.
facing that thing?
No, he's facing the furnace.
Oh, that big thing's a furnace.
Yep.
Alright.
That is the Skyrim picture there.
Nice.
That's the Ethereum forge. For those of you who-
Yep.
I tried to cover as much of it with the big glimmer face as I could.
Alright, and I'm assuming that you and I are like away.
Yeah, I like heard his shoes and probably ran back up to like where you were.
Okay.
And where's Sir Gilliam?
Probably up here with me with my shenanigans.
Okay. All right. So what do you've got the pentagonal rod held above
Yep.
your head.
Right.
What are you gonna do with it?
Alright. Do you want to
Put
hand
Put
me?
it in the hole.
You're
Do you
standing
want-
on metal.
That's what it sounds like. Do you want to hand me the other two?
Well, you've got to put in the pentagonal one first.
Okay, and then?
I'll hand you the other two. Or I'll hand you the triangle.
And what
one.
happened last time you put the other two in the wrong place?
They shocked. So then we know that these aren't going in the right way.
Okay.
So then you got to put the pentagonal in first, and then we got to figure out if we put the triangle in first or we put the square in first.
Exactly. And then, so when you get shocked because you're standing right here,
And that's shocking because
yes. Go stand back over there.
Ginger's
Actually,
looking around the rest of the room, seeing what other kind of stuff.
There
is
are
there.
like empty potion jars, books.
you know what? I'm actually going to turn to
tools.
Genesis. Hey, Genesis, can I see that journal again real quick?
You never gave it back.
Does anything look
Well, I
like
thought I
it's-
gave it. Well, no, you had it back
valuable?
because you would have to guide us
Just all
here.
junk.
That's right.
I should say
Oh,
a lot
I'm
of
sorry.
this is
Never mind.
damage.
And I like pull it back out.
I'm gonna look through the journal to
Just
see if
not.
there's like symbols of this. There's no symbols. Okay, well I'm gonna look around the room to see if there's kind of like the symbols of how this should go. There's nothing.
As she
Just-
looks
I'm
around the
just
room,
kinda like
do you
eyelids.
move
Just the-
away?
That is what you see at the end of the room that gives you any indication of something needs to be done. Everything else just looks. I mean, you see like workbenches and tools and calipers and all like the materials that you would use in building things, but none of it seems to give you any clues. To
Well,
what
looks like
you
we're
do.
gonna have to use trial and error. So someone's gonna have to get shot.
That's why I'm standing here, and I'm telling you to move.
Okay.
Could you please take longer? I found a fascinating book about subterranean fungi I would like to read the entirety of.
Oh, let me see it. No, like right over there.
There's a book about unicorn husband.
No. My book.
All right, so you move off of the metal plates
Yeah.
back into the dirt. Okay. So
All
what
right.
do you do now? Olga?
I will, for lack of a better idea, stick the pentagonal
So
one
you
in
stick
first.
the pentagonal rod in and it, and as it sinks in, give me a perception check.
Oh, snake. There's a 10. 14.
All right, yeah, you're staring right at it. It's not too hard. But as you stick the rod in, it's sort of a little bit of steam. You see that just a little wedge opens up where you stuck the rod, and it's pointing up at an angle like this.
Oh yeah, I never gave you the other two, so I'm gonna like throw them at you.
Okay. I will probably try to catch them. If not, I'll pick them up. All right.
The aim is really off, so no, you didn't catch them.
Then I will pick them up. All right. Which one next?
Probably the triangle's a good start. It's the one that comes next that I'm gonna think of.
All right. I will put the square in.
Okay. You put the square in, and you take 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And the square rod and the pentagonal rod both shoot back out, and that little gap that opened reseals.
Told you.
I'd say it didn't hurt to try, but it did.
Well, I think if we, by deduction, the pentagon has more sides, and then the square has more sides. I mean, and then the triangle has less sides. And I just start like rambling off like all sorts of like different
That
theories.
was my thought too. I'm gonna put the pentagonal back in,
Okay, you put it in, and the little gap opens up.
and I'll do the triangle.
You put the triangle in, both rods shoot out.
Take more damage.
You take 6 more points of lightning damage.
Oh my god.
All right, you were wrong again.
And both rods shoot back out, and that little gap closes back. Let me see the picture real quick, because you may. I just want to make sure that you can actually see what you're supposed to be seeing. Okay, yeah, you can.
Okay, well then, if it's
What gap is opening?
So when you stick the pentagon, like right where you stick the rod in the hole, the
Mhm.
gap opens. You see on the picture how it has that little black circle
This?
sort of thing behind the shape.
No.
Mhm.
This.
Yeah, there's like a little black oval or whatever behind the shape.
Uh-huh.
That's what opens up when you stick that rod in.
Ooh. Ah.
Ooh.
Like all that's there initially is the pentagonal hole. You stick the pentagon in, and then that little oval behind opens up behind the rod.
Here, let me see it.
Does it look like there's space enough for another rod?
Can you make an insight
Maybe.
check on the puzzle?
Yeah, is there anything inside that hole when it opens up? Like, does it appear to contain anything?
So you stick the
Yeah,
pentagon
stick
in.
the-
Yeah, so you stick it in, you go look. Give me a perception check.
Like, can I stick my hand in there?
Does it go all the way in the hole?
Yeah, the rod is in that hole, but there's enough of it out so it looks like there's still some of it sticking out at an upward angle.
Pull it.
That's gonna be a 7.
Pull the rod,
Yeah, pull the rod, pull it down.
pull it down. All right, I will pull it down.
Okay, there. Locks into place.
Okay.
All right, put the triangle in, pull the triangle down.
5 points, 4 points, 3 points.
I agree.
It seems like if we spent more time here, when this place was actually in use, we might know what to do.
Just put it in the hole and pull it.
Sure.
That's what she said.
It seems everyone's in agreement for the square. So circle gets the square.
So you put the square in.
Yep.
You put the square in. It sinks in. The gap opens behind it.
Now, crank it down,
You pull it down. It locks into place.
and then the triangle.
Triangle, you put it in. Same thing. Gap opens. You pull it down. As you do, the small
Only cost me 12 points.
Yeah, the black sort of face that's below the 3 rods now. A door opens up, steam comes out of it, and there are items inside.
Mm.
You find.
Control.
You ready?
Here we go.
A sack of 100 ancient silver pieces.
Ancient.
A sack of 100 ancient gold pieces.
100 ancient gold pieces.
4 golden ingots.
What is that?
Just chunks of gold.
Bars.
2 potions.
Any particular color?
One of them is red and bubbly. And one of them is sort of like a steely blue.
Steely Dan.
You find a folded up old map,
Mm.
Wow.
and you find a 7-pointed adamantine star.
More shapes. 7 pointed.
I'm gonna look at the map. What does the map look like?
It looks, actually give me a history check.
History is intelligence, right? It's gonna be 13.
13. Everything's in the wrong place, but the shape sort of looks like Sire and what is now Dargoon. But everything's labeled incorrectly, from like what you know the world today looks like.
It looks like this is a map of Dargoon, but it's all wrong.
Interesting.
Bizarro Dargoon.
Does anything stick out about it to me, like if I give a history check?
Yeah, you give me a history check. Sure. I mean, everybody can kind of look at it and see if they can figure out what the heck's wrong with this thing.
It's upside down, Riven. God damn it. 4.
Nope.
11.
9.
9, yeah. You're
Since
not-
she said it's upside down, I'm gonna flip it upside down.
Yeah.
I don't think this fixes it.
yeah,
No
you
wonder
know
I couldn't
Dargoon's
tell.
up north, that doesn't make sense.
Just flips upside down.
But yeah, you're not really sure why, or like you just get the feeling that like the shape of the land looks correct. It looks like the southern coast of Korranberg, and where Dargoon would be roughly. But you're not really sure what. And there are markings on the map, but you're not. You figure you might need to take it to somebody who knows a little bit more.
And I'll hand Genesis the 2 potions and say, what do you think of these?
One of them is obviously a potion of healing.
Yeah. Well, this
You know
is
those as
healing potion, but that one, and I'll like pick up the other one, and I kind of look at it. Does it look noticeable to me before I open it? Okay, I'll kind of open it and like sniff it, and then I'll like taste it.
Okay. It is a common potion, so tasting it will tell you what it is. It is a potion of mage armor.
Oh,
Nice.
That's fancy.
I added the money to the party funds, including the 4 gold ingots.
Lady Ledger did tell you that the schema would be this 7-pointed star.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
So the
here's
thing
we
we're
have
looking
the
for.
artifact we've come to find.
Now we just have to get out of here.
Indeed.
Hey Genesis, can I borrow that journal again?
Sure.
I'm gonna open up the journal and see. Is there any more maps that are there that we haven't seen?
There are a couple of things that look like they might be points of egress, like ways to get out of here.
Okay.
They bring you to the other side of locked doors.
I'm gonna turn to a random. I'm gonna point to a random one. Does this look like a good way to get out?
And I kind of like pull them out. Do I feel like it's a good way to get out?
I mean, you'd have to follow it and see. You're not
I'm,
sure.
I'm just gonna assume that you know what you're talking about and that
I'm
you're
like,
really good at this.
Sure.
You can see, like, from the way that one of the ways is like if you came out the front of this building and went to the right, it looks like there's a tunnel that goes that way, but you're not really sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and climb the rope.
Oh, so through
There's
the
a tunnel
tunnel we
this
go.
way.
Okay.
So Olgar climbs out.
All right, I'm climbing out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
What do you do with Sir Gillen?
I guess he's climbing out.
So everyone climbs out. You undo your rope.
Mm.
Do you want to? How do you want to get back down? Climb back down.
I'll let the rope down and just kind of hold it while everybody.
Okay. So everyone is able to climb down. Then you untie the rope. You just jump down.
Yeah, I'll try to let myself down.
Okay.
Gonna.
Yeah, you can give me an athletics check to try and climb.
15.
That is sufficient. You all make it to the ground, which is fine.
Excellent. So, which direction is this tunnel?
I'll like pull out the map. This way.
I would like to get back outside to the city.
What is the marching order?
I guess I'm
Actually,
in the front.
who took the schema?
I have it with me.
Okay.
I was like, you took all of it, right?
Yeah, everything is in the
In G bag.
Inzi bag.
I
Yeah.
pocketed the potion of mage armor.
All right. Where are you going?
All right, I guess we're heading towards that tunnel.
Where are you going?
This is where Woody does.
And I'll take up the rear, Gendrix,
So you're heading towards that
so you don't get stabbed again.
place that looks like it's an
appreciate
exit on the map? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Gendrix, your class
Damn it.
Thanks, I appreciate you
So
taking
sorry.
it here.
is. You take 7 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage.
7 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage,
Where does it come from?
which is perfectly good
It
to.
comes from across the way.
Again.
There's a large column of
Exactly.
stone,
You're down again?
and as you emerge from the foundry, a flaming crossbow bolt streaks from the rubble surrounding the large stone column. Weak flesh, a powerful voice calls out from that direction. Now you face Saber, greatest of the devoted of the followers of the Lord of
Oh my
Blades.
god.
Throw down the schema, walk away. This day does not have to end with your blood on my hands.
Gendrix says,
And now the initiative.
Hey.
Woo! Yeah, boy.
Damn.
Nat 1.
said this is Saber.
This is Saber.
We fought Cutter, Smoke, and Saber, guys. Soon we'll fight Sub-Zero and Raiden.
As long as we don't fight Cyrex.
I can see that look on your face. You're doing the Ginyu Force in your head, aren't you?
Absolutely not.
Alright, Genesis. What is your initiative?
22.
Nice. Olgar.
17.
Sweet. Gendrix.
The highest of all, I'm sure. That's going to be a 22.
What's your dex and what's Genesis's dex? Ribbon.
Mine's
Okay.
17.
Right. Alright. right, well, we're just gonna let the ordering of this determine it. Genesis, you're up first.
I go. We found it.
You see this he's crouched behind, leaning out with this crossbow pointed at you.
I will do firebolt.
Okay.
I drink my little potions, and I rolled a 16.
He ducks back behind the pillar as it bounces off the pillar.
You just have a +2.
Nope, I have a +5. I rolled a 19. My bad.
It still misses.
I was like, huh?
He has pretty good cover where he is at. You get the sense. Anything else?
I'll try to when I notice that I miss him, I'll try to adjust so I can try to get him the next time.
Okay. Gendrix.
Another one.
Fail.
Fail. Oligar.
About how far away is he?
About 30 feet.
Alright, well, at least I can make it to him. I will run over there and get in his grill face
All right.
and smack him.
Do the smashies.
Do the smashy smashy. That is a 18.
That will hit.
Yes, good. Alright, and then this is the first hit, first turn, so we'll add that. That is a 4, 10, plus 14.
14 points. Nice.
And then first turn, so we get the other ones. So, ooh, nice. 17 plus 6.
Yes.
And, oh, don't throw it.
Oh.
Oligar, what's wrong with you?
It just went back right under you.
Nice. So 8, 12.
12 points. Nice.
Yes.
You
Yes,
see
make up for your failure.
Oligar just lays into it. Wham! Wham! And just knocks chunks of this
Well,
guy's
you don't see it.
junk off. He
I
was-
just assumed the other one was a lady and didn't hit it. And I
Yeah.
assumed that you are.
Did you want to do anything else?
Yes, because I don't know what he's going to do to me, so I'm going to second wind myself.
All right, go ahead.
It's a 1d10 plus
Plus your
3.
fire level, I believe.
So
Just roll a 1.
10. No, that was a 7.
Oh, okay.
So you heal 10 points.
Yes.
Almost all of the lightning damage.
Almost.
Riven, you are.
Alright, I'm sending my puppet over there.
Bonus action, Circulating runs over.
Yeah, it's gonna get in the range between, or it's gonna get within 5 feet in that area. That way I can do the protection.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run over to his face
Mhm.
and pop open the new bottle that I have and gulp, gulp,
The
gulp,
one
gulp.
that you scooped up?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, that's the same thing as a
Pop
potion
open
of
that
healing
new
zone.
bottle.
2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
Pop in bottles for your life.
3 and a 2. 7.
7 points, you're back up.
Get
All right.
it.
And that will be your turn. Saber. What is he going to do? Now that you've healed him, he's not. He knew what he was going to do, but he's not sure now. He's
You wanted
just
to
going
screw
to.
your life up.
You see, he's got that same crossbow thing in one arm. But you can see there's a little forge burning in his forearm.
Ooh.
But out of his other, he just takes his hand and goes, and just out of his fist comes this sword, and he's gonna take 2 swipes at you with that.
Protection.
Nice.
Okay, so the first one will have disadvantage.
Nice.
Well, I rolled pretty good on both.
I tried.
Yeah, you did. But it's plus 5, so that's a 21.
Yeah, I'll do. I'll
Okay.
do.
And this does a good bit of damage.
Ooh. Dirty bastard.
9 points of slashing damage.
Shit.
He will take his second attack on you.
It's a good thing I healed.
But his second attack is only going to be a 14.
Oh, that misses.
All right.
Hey.
The first one, he just lets the blade out and comes across and stabs you in the shoulder, and your arm almost falls dead.
Ah.
The second one, he pulls out and tries to slash away, but you bring up the great sword and fend off his arm blade.
I fend off his advances.
All right, that will be his turn, and that will bring us back to the top of the round with Genesis. He still has basically 3/4 cover against you right now.
Okay. I want to attempt to move so that
Okay.
I can get a little bit closer to
You
him.
can, if you use just your action, then or you just regular move, you can get to where he only has half cover.
Okay. So
And next turn, you would probably be able to move to where he has no cover.
okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm going to use my Chaos Bolt. So I reach in and I take out 2.
Okay.
But I want to roll on my Tides of Chaos.
Okay. So you can roll with advantage.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Those are both really bad.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Nope.
13.
No.
Yep.
Mark off that spell slot.
My bad.
All right. Anything else?
No, because I've
Yeah,
already
go and roll
moved.
those percentile dice for me.
Put that in there.
You remember when Sherry had a seizure?
Oh my god.
That was fantastic.
That's a possibility?
The flumps, I don't know where they came from, but they showed up like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, the flumps are the best.
47.
What is a 47?
It's inside that book right there.
Oh.
I do not have your table brought up. It is your table.
I just assumed you had an evil table back there.
I haven't decided to use the evil table yet. Although 47, that really sounds like Fireball Wind.
Hendrix is down.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's Fireball.
It may not be, but
As many times as I've had to roll on that thing.
Should be infinite beard.
it's 47.
47. A unicorn controlled by the DM appears in a space within 5 feet of you, then disappears 1 minute later.
Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and get who's up. Gendrix, you are up while I look up a freaking unicorn.
All right. So how close is Gendrix to this?
You're about 30 feet away.
Okay. With that being the case, I'm gonna whisper a little curse. Not whisper a little curse. I want to say a curse out loud as an elf, or in elf, talking about how gods damn you, how you metal constructs and you're not natural and this, that, and the other, and try to bane.
How are you gonna cast Bane?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that will be a charisma save against a 14
Charisma
DC.
save. Oh, he's got decent charisma.
That's not what you want to hear.
No, not at all.
Well, I thought he was gonna have a negative like all the other Warforged have had, but that's a 17.
Damn it. Okay.
Sorry. If he didn't have minus like every other Warforged, that probably would have worked.
That would have been nice.
But yeah, so you try to. Do you want to stand up?
Oh yeah, and I'll stand up
Okay.
as well.
Anything else? Bardic Inspiration? Anything like that?
Yeah, I will throw some bardic inspiration at our friend Oligar over there.
Hey, I'm inspired.
Let's get our war music going. All right. And that will bring up. Let me roll. Let's get this unicorn in the initiative order. +2.
Hi there, my name's Eunice the Unicorn.
How did this even get here?
It's a little dark in here. Let me brighten it up.
All right. Olgar.
Oh. Let's do some chocolate.
Chop chop.
I thought you
Or
said
just
chocolate.
chop.
Let's do some chocolate.
chocolate
That's gonna be a
wasted.
17.
17 will hit.
Yes.
Just barely.
Gosh,
Yes.
bitch. Gosh, bitch.
We'll re-roll that 2. Give me another. No,
Nope, no
roll
rolling.
worse. 7. That's 11, sir.
Nice.
Yes. And I don't
Alright,
know what this
yeah.
unicorn's gonna do, so we're just
You
gonna
just
chill.
smash across his chest, and it looks like it hurt.
Yes.
I hope
It
it
hurts.
Anything else?
No, because I don't know what this unicorn's
I'm
gonna
gonna
do.
smack him with my
Do
my
you want to
home
move Sir
skillet.
Gilliam around so that he can get advantage?
Yeah. Almost smack you. That is going to be, thankfully, you see that? You see that? You see that? 19.
That hits.
That's good.
Because that was,
Very
it was a
good.
1 and a 14. Thank God.
What's your damage?
8.
8 points. Nice. He appears to be. Nope, not quite. Sorry.
Battered and
Not
bruised.
quite bloodied. That will bring up the unicorn. What is your alignment?
I feel like she's maybe chaotic neutral.
Okay. The
He
unicorn-
runs you through.
the
Good.
unicorn-
I don't
the
really-
unicorn will make a decision.
Chaotic goodish? I don't really know
Okay.
yet.
The unicorn will charge at the Warforged.
Yeah! Eunice!
Yeah!
know that it's the
Actually,
product
no.
of my
What is
spell?
your alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay. Never mind. What is your alignment?
I think I am good, of some degree. I just don't know what. Let me see if I wrote it down in here. Because I'm thinking chaotic, but I'm not lawful good. What are the alignments again?
The regular ones?
Yeah, right? Let me see my
Good.
features.
Bad, neutral, chaotic, evil.
Catatonic neuter.
I will say that Oligar has been good.
I'm pretty
Thus
chaotic
far.
good. Like,
Okay, so
I'm not
the
lawful
unicorn
good.
runs away from you, Genesis, and charges at Oligar.
nice.
And it looks like he's going to impale him, but he pulls up right at the last minute and just touches his horn on the side of your neck.
Oh shit.
And you
I'm getting
heal
molested.
11 points.
Yeah.
Also, any diseases and poisons are neutralized if you happen to have any of those.
Your gonorrhea's gone too.
I didn't think they could cure that yet.
Dysentery is automatically gone.
Do I know that's a product of my spell, or do I just feel like this random ass
I
unicorn?
mean, you know that weird shit happens when you cast spells.
Okay.
All right, that's the unicorn's turn.
Oh, good. Shit, and then you cleaned it up
That'll
real
bring up
fast.
Saber, who is going to not be happy that you just got healed. And so he is going to...
Is there a way that I can use protection still?
yeah, you could have moved Circulating back around after
Yeah.
getting your flank, which it's going to screw Oligar, but it'll help him too. He's
Yeah,
going to
right.
make 2 attacks with his arm blade.
Well, I'm gonna use protection.
Okay, so the first one I have disadvantage.
He's just running around like.
But I believe a 17 does still hit Oligar.
It does.
Okay. So this
Gosh
would be-
darn it.
That's 4 points of slashing damage. And then 24
Oof.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
for 12 points of slashing damage.
Bless it.
And then he will use his action surge
Of course you will.
to take another swing at you. But this may miss. A 16.
That's on it.
That's on it?
Yep.
Okay. So that's going to be 5 points. And then you see the crossbow folds back in, and a shield appears on his arm, and he's going to try to smash you with the shield.
Nice.
Damn.
What a bastard.
Holy cow.
That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Yakko.
Yeah.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage,
That's a hell of a shield.
and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Be strong.
That is an 18.
18. He hits you with a shield, and you just stand firm. You are not knocked back 10 feet or prone.
Nice.
And that is his turn.
I'm glad you're not dead.
Genesis.
Yet.
I would like to know how we're standing before I make my decision.
You are standing, looking at this battle going on. This unicorn that just appeared out of nowhere after you cast a spell, ran over and magically molested Oligar with his horn. And Oligar seemed to beef up a bit when that happened.
Okay.
Shortly before he got.
Is there a way for
Debeefed.
me to stand in a line directly in front of the Warforged? Like, without hitting the two of them?
You'd have to hit one of them to draw a straight line. You wouldn't be able to move enough.
Hit
to get
Gilliam's.
He is surrounded.
Is it Gilliam over there? It's not Riven, right?
It is Gilliam over there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Riven's standing back by you.
Okay. I'm going to try my best to not hit him. So I'll try to like angle it. But I walk over there and I pull out this like bright red elixir and I pull the other one from the other side and I drink it and I like my eyes start to glow red instead of that like white and I just go fire and I try to cast Agonizar Scorcher.
Agonizar Scorcher, okay. So it's hitting Sir Gilliam and Saber.
Yes.
All right, so is it dex save?
It says instantaneous and it is a dex save.
All right, so I need a dexterity saving throw for Sir Gilliam.
Okay.
And Saber will make one as well.
Dive, Sir Gilliam.
Hey.
Nice.
+5.
Whoa.
Noise.
It's a 14 for Saber.
That's a 22.
It's a 13 save.
13, so it has to half damage still, though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so Sir Gilliam will take half, and so will Saber.
Sir Gilliam saved, but now he's on fire!
This is ah! He's just running around.
Okay. Try to roll. I'm
Nope.
so shitty with these dice.
You can't roll d8s to save your life.
11 total. So you take half of that.
So half of that is 5. Okay.
I roll so bad at
Anything else?
that. That is it for me.
All right, Ginger.
Maybe a burp. She burps.
I would like to position myself so that I have a good line of sight on Saber, and also I'm at 20 feet away. Is that a possibility? All right, so I'm gonna pull out one of my daggers and throw it at him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
since my pistol's busted, and I'm not getting up there and in that mix that you got going on.
Yes,
don't
he is
blame
your dartboard. This is your game.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. As I throw it and I let it go, it glows purple as I am filling it with psychic energy to deal extra damage.
Oh, okay.
I hope it hurts.
I hope so too. I don't think it's going to hurt as much as I would like it. So that's going to be 10 points total.
All right.
Better than mine.
He is definitely bloodied at this point if he could bleed. Olgar,
If you
as
could
this
bleed.
dagger soars past your ear glowing purple and just sticks right in his clavicle. He's
I'm going to continue his yell. And I will scoot around Sir Gilliman
okay.
And,
grab that flank.
and grab that flank.
He's a little charred.
And
He's
attempt
spicy.
to finish this as best I can.
All right, do it.
Alright, so let's hit him. Damn, why can't I crit on a 19? I rolled 2 19, bastard.
That is one thing I do miss about 3.5. Some weapons you couldn't crit with a 19.
I mean, he will be able to. There are
At some point.
those exist in 5e.
I've never played a martial class.
19 plus 6, 25.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so 2, so 8, 19, 11, 12.
12 points.
12 points.
Okay.
And then we will, because I'm going to die, accent Surge. And
Okay, go for it.
we'll do it again. That's 19.
That hits.
And there you go. 11, 15.
15 points.
15 points.
Okay.
There. And that's it.
Alright.
That's all I got.
Ribbon.
Alright, since
Somebody
they're-
save me.
I'm gonna smash him with Sir Gilliam's.
Okay.
I'm assuming I have advantage since it's still flanked.
Yeah, you can move around and get the flank.
Alright.
Spicy Gilliam.
Probably not gonna hit. 12
Ooh.
does not hit, does it?
12 total does not.
Sir Gilliam doesn't get the finishing blow.
Yay!
But I'm gonna die now.
The unicorn,
Oh no.
The unicorn gets the finishing blow.
sensing your plight, will fondly caress you with his horn again for 11.
Eunice is sweet, guys. We should get Eunice a fruit basket after this is over.
My question is why is the Warforged not attacked in the unicorn that's over here going, yeah?
Because he's getting
knows
he's
when
getting
you
looked
like
up
a
on.
cat.
Alright, and that will bring us to Saber, who he is going to.
Pet the unicorn.
Nope.
Self-destruct.
Like to spend my whole action.
He is going to run at you. So you attack of opportunity. The unicorn can take an attack of opportunity, and Sir Gilliam can take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Alright, this is not an advantage, right?
Nope.
Aha, bitch!
Unicorn rolled
19.
a natural one.
A 21
He's a healing unicorn.
Yeah,
will hit, right? A 21.
hits.
he's a lover, not a fighter.
Well, that's 4, so that's not gonna do
Okay.
anything, probably.
I rolled a 19 on the die and did 13 points of damage.
So close.
Damn it!
He runs away. If the unicorn had not rolled a 1, he'd be dead. But he will run towards you.
Okay.
And he is going to make a shove action to try
Okay.
to knock you down. So I need a acrobatics or athletics check from you, Gendrix.
You can get an acrobatics.
Yeah, you get a choice.
That's gonna be a 19.
Ooh. As he bull rushes you, he just basically linebacker charge you, picks you up in the air, slams you down on the ground, and he takes your bag and runs.
Are you fucking shitting me?
That
He
little
grabs the bag of
shit
holding
knocker.
and deuces.
He ain't about to take my gold.
He's about, he's only about 15 feet away.
For me?
Uh-huh.
Is it my turn?
It is not your turn, it is Genesis' turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna drink, and then I'm gonna firebolt him in the back.
Get
Go for
tipsy, girl.
He
You
is
got
not
your-
in cover anymore.
You got your advantage back.
Do I have advantage?
If
That
you want
one.
to.
You have
Damn, I need it.
your shit back. Use your shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my shit.
Okay.
I don't care what the fuck you spawn.
Fuck. Still only a 14.
Yeah, as he runs, you shoot the firebolt, but he ducks down to grab the bag off of as he knocks Gendrix over, and you miss. Gendrix, you're up.
I am going to throw my other dagger. Try to hit him right in the back.
All right, go ahead and roll for me.
We can have some unicorns.
Like 4 more pop out.
14.
14 misses. The dagger just clinks off of his adamantine hull.
The 2 zeros are 100?
That's a 100.
This
2
is-
zeros.
What's
So 600?
No.
No, it's
This is 6.
It's a 6.
6.
If it's double zeros and a 6, it's 6.
A Modron chosen and controlled by the DM appears in an unoccupied space
The
within
hell's a
5 feet of you,
Modron?
and then disappears 1 minute later. They're the little lawful dudes, the little lawful robot guys.
The hell?
Oh, they're robot. Maybe.
All right,
Are you just summoning an army over
Yeah.
here? That's what your plan was the whole
How
time?
long does this Modron stay around for?
1 minute. All right. And also, I guess since that was not good, I will sing Oligar a little tune and be like, "Finish this guy off.
I think I
Don't
still
let
have
him
it.
run off."
Though. I
He's
still have
got her
your.
bag of gold.
I still have it.
Yeah,
Oh, you still
has
have it?
inspiration.
Then I'll sing it to
Give him double
sing it to Riven
inspiration.
then.
Okay.
Riven, kill this guy somehow.
Okay. That will bring up. Let's see where the Modron's
Smear
gonna
him to
go.
ribbons.
Let's see, it was a 16.
Huh?
Ribbons. Smear him to ribbons.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That will bring up Oligar.
How far away has he
30
gotten?
feet from you.
30 feet? Fuck. Alright.
Get in there and mix it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's enough for me to get there.
Okay.
And I got one chance. Not miss your chance to blow.
Mom spaghetti.
Yep, I'm gonna mom spaghetti all over this guy. So let's do it. Let's mom spaghetti it. So that's a 17.
That hits.
Cut him down.
Cut him down. Straight in the back.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Reroll that 2, not into a 1. There you go. 8, 9, 10,
Probably.
11, 12. Yeah. Sweep the legs.
Tell me of his grisly demise.
I'm gonna sweep the legs. Right when I get there. Just swap.
Yeah, so you see Oligar just come bounding up, comes around, and just both legs come off. This Warforged falls to the ground. He's like, "Ugh." He's trying to crawl, and Oligar just takes the sword, spins it around, ice pick style, and pins him to the ground.
But before I kill him, can I put my hand over the snitch?
He does not have one.
Oh, what a bastard.
He does not have a docent.
Catch the snitch.
He doesn't have a snitch. And then I'll
Son
just
of a
like,
snitch.
as I say that, I'll just twist it.
The Modron is this little cube with wings and these spindly legs and arms and a bow, and he just sort of flies over and goes, "Why did you bring me here?"
Who brought you here?
She did.
Me?
Yes.
Why did you bring him here?
I didn't know you had a friend. Why didn't you tell us you had a
The
friend?
unicorn walks over to you. he will give you 11 more points. It just in your minds, you all hear, "I will not remain for long. Would you like me to take you from this place?"
Please.
Okay.
And he says, "Place your hand upon my sides."
I sort of like,
Can I pick up the other Warforged and then go over to the unicorn?
You can try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to collect my daggers as well.
what's the little robot thing doing?
You will not have enough time to collect your daggers before this thing's going to disappear.
All right, then I'll find more daggers later.
Okay.
They're just regular daggers.
Can I reach out and like touch the little robot?
The Modron?
Yeah.
The unicorn cannot teleport. Actually, you're going to need to tuck Zergilium away too.
Alright, I'm gonna take Zergilium away.
Okay.
Stick him in my bag of holding.
So I can't like grab him.
You can touch him, but nothing's going to happen.
Okay.
He can only teleport 4 creatures. So the Modron just looks at you and goes,
Stick him in
"Very
the
well,
bag of
I shall
holding.
return to Sigil." And he just flies away. Yeah, the unicorn you see his mane and his tail begin to glow this golden color, and you appear on the streets of Korranberg, back where the gate was. And the unicorn just looks at you, and he sort of, "I have no more to give," and then he just vanishes, flies away in mist.
Thank you, Eunice.
So beautiful.
Okay, but why, how
That
did
was
you?
That was a good wild alchemy table.
Yeah, it was. That was a dope one.
Remember how I said sometimes things go really well? Sometimes they go really well.
I don't want to see you really bad.
You didn't have to like go through any random encounters to get out of that sewer.
Very nice. Well, I guess we should definitely make our way somewhere out of the open. I need to take a bath, and also I need to probably throw up.
The
I
body,
need to
did
fix
the body
my
make it
puppet.
with us, or did it?
The Warforged?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dead, so it doesn't count as a creature.
Nice.
Yeah, so you have a Warforged like over your shoulder.
Nice.
Alright, I guess we're going back to the tavern.
Which one?
Our tavern.
Yeah,
The beetle.
Clockwork beetle.
Okay.
I'm going to suck
Beetle.
as much life as I can as we walk around the streets.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in the street now.
Yeah.
It's been a couple hours. It's coming on near lunchtime.
Yeah, so I've gotten 3 at this point, so I'm gonna get the other 21.
Okay.
Are we
From
in a back
outside.
alley, or are we in like a main street?
You
when
started
we
like the unicorn brought you back to where you went into the sewers, which was
Okay.
an alley.
So before we leave there, I'm gonna drop the body
Mm-hmm.
and just make sure there's nothing else on it.
No, all of its weapons are integrated.
Oh, one of the daggers was stuck in its.
Okay, yeah, you can recover the dagger that's stuck in him.
One dagger.
And then
flew
I'll
off
also
in the night.
I'll chop his arm off.
Which one? The
His
shield. The shield arm, or the sword arm.
yes,
Both.
yes.
Okay.
Why
Yeah,
not?
you
And then I'll stuff those in the bag and then
can do that. Okay.
leave that corpse there.
Okay.
I'll
These random
probably
arms.
stuff it into the sewer and then close the gate.
Okay.
I have all these random arms.
And
What are
then
we gonna do with them?
put them in the bag.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
We're
sure
back
we'll
in
find
town.
an
I'm gonna
arms
cover my
dealer.
eyeballs back up.
Oh god.
What?
An arms dealer, you
Can I
say?
give you D-inspiration for that?
Did you just impose DM disadvantage?
Dispensation.
Desperation.
Inspiration. So you're going back to the Clockwork Beetle?
Yes.
Yeah, like several of you look really bloody right now.
Yeah.
You're not doing great.
I've been beat the hell out of. I've been
As
down
you-
twice.
As you are heading back down the quite fancy street, like their gnomes are just like looking at you like, what the fuck is this?
Can't you
I'll use prestidigitation to kind of like clean us all up.
Clean up the blood and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
make us all look at least halfway presentable. Because I just realized that Gendrix would never walk in a public place looking like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's all cleaned up now.
Yeah, so as you're making your way back, you walk past, and you can see the Clockwork Beetle several blocks down, and 2 fairly large-looking fellows approach you, and one of them just looks to you and says, "The lady requires you."
Do we recognize them as the guards that stuck knives in our backs?
I mean, they didn't stick knives in your backs, but they did wonder who you were. But yes.
It's close enough.
I'm gonna turn to him in my gnome form. One moment, please. And I'm gonna go like freshen up in like the tavern.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm gonna have to go get the professor.
They're like, "No, you come with us now."
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with them then. Am I known for him? I'm this random lady that I don't even know.
So they just sort of lead you in. They're not like being violent or anything. They just lead you into the broken anvil, and there are people in here now. And they just take you up the stairs to like a private dining room, and you can see that Lady Ladrin is in the is sitting there, and she just looks and she says, "And where is the professor?"
He was
I know he was murdered.
Well, since you know that, perhaps you know other things, like why all these Warforged are trying to chase us down, and you probably also know that I'm quite ready to be rid of this thing and have our money and be on our way.
Yes, of course. Do you have the schema?
Absolutely we do. Do you have the money?
Yes, of course. This is my seat.
You still got the bag?
Sure. Yes. I will hand it. I probably already handed it to you because I'm not responsible for that shit.
Okay, well then yeah, I'll pull the schema out of the bag and say, is this what you're looking for?
She'll just hold out her hand. I believe it is. And she teleports.
She teleports. Fuck!
She looks at it. And you see she reaches into a pouch and she pulls out a pearl. She just holds it for a minute. As you just sit there watching, she says, "Yes. You have my thanks and the thanks of House Kenneth." The Lady Drolana will be beside herself that this has been recovered.
What does it exactly do?
I do not know. It is part of a schema. Professor de Roock was helping us locate the pieces. We shall have to employ other people now to find them.
Well, I do wish to be rid of this conflict that you find yourself in, and by the way, go ahead and let you know your enemy is the Lord of Blades.
That does not surprise me. Merrick's is a treacherous one. It makes sense that he would deal with that type.
Okay, but why is he trying to kill you for it? What does this do against the Warforged?
As I said, I do not know what this scheme will produce. We believe that it may be some sort of weapon. It may be the key to controlling the Warforged. It may be the key to setting them free. I don't know. But the Lord of Blades is only interested in wiping out humanity and everything else that's not Warforged. So if we were to find a weapon, it would make sense that he would want to have control of it instead.
Well, how can we stop him is a better question.
Well, that is a question that many people would ask. For my part, and that of at least the northern branch of House Kenneth, we are seeking ways that we can undo the mourning so that we can send people into the Mournland more easily, so that we can return to Sire and claim that which is ours and rid it of being such as the Lord of Blades.
And how long do you propose we have until he says he takes over?
Well, seeing as there are several million humans and elves and dwarves and halflings, and they don't know, do they? And other flesh creatures. There are only several thousand Warforged. I feel as though we have a bit of time.
And who will you employ to find the other pieces?
We shall have to find more scholars, but you've proven quite useful. Where will your journeys take you from here? You obviously are not residents of Korranberg.
No, we're trying to get back to Sharn. At least I am.
Well,
I should like to study the schema. And kind of like look at it while she's holding it.
she's already pocketed it.
Oh, look where her pocket is.
But she says,
Let me see that shit.
she says, if you're going to be in Sharn, check in with one of the House Civis message stations from time to time. if I have need of adventurers to follow up on research, I'll leave a message for you there. House Cannith can always employ those of skill and means. Any of the message stations will be fine. I will let them know to disseminate. There are several message stations throughout the towers. We do not need to go to a specific one.
Very well. Our payment?
Oh, of course. And she motions to one of the guys, and he brings over like a small wooden trunk and just sets it down in front of him.
I'll open it up and,
It looks like it's about 300 gold.
okay. Yeah, I'll start scooping it into the bag.
Okay.
How many gold do we have in our? How much gold would the ingots be worth?
You'd have to get them appraised, you're not sure?
Okay.
Appraisal.
I vote we get those ingots appraised.
I mean, that would be, like, it's easy enough to do. You just go find a blacksmith or a metalsmith, and they can weigh them for you and give you an idea of what they're worth.
Because I need another puppet.
Very well. I say, we should check in with our veer.
That is
The ship's coming.
I am on a time limit, which is far extended from what it should have been.
Well,
It was far extended before I started the journey.
I'd say I'm expected back, but what happened is exactly what is expected. So,
I myself need to get to Sharn.
I'm just here.
So, are you
So
half elf?
at this point, she stands up with her two bodyguards. She says, "Again, my thanks." And she goes to walk out. And at the end, she turns back and looks at you, Riven, and says, "You should tell them. They seem like good people." And she walks out.
Maybe later.
are you going to die?
No.
I've heard of things like this.
Apparently, dying isn't the worst.
Is
thing
there
that can
like a
happen
little
to you.
area where I can like go off?
It's true.
I think it's a tavern.
Is there like a bathroom, something like that?
There's like a privy outside.
I just need a place to change because it's gonna look weird if I strip off my clothes again.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Sure, I
go.
didn't see gnome titties, but you know,
So Riven walks out.
gnome nipples anyway.
So it's our Riven.
She's no Riven right now.
Oh, she's gnome Riven.
Yeah,
Okay.
She walks out. She goes back in as
regular ribbon.
half elf Riven.
I still would like to know how you do that.
Very carefully.
It's a weird spell.
Above game, you're a changeling, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. So head back to the Beetle. Check with Arveer.
Is there Veer at the Beetle?
I think Arveer was with the ship, perhaps.
What time of day is it?
It's like lunchtime.
Stop in, have lunch, go visit our Veer.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah, you go back to the Beetle, get cleaned up, put on fresh clothes, all that kind of thing. And Arveer is sitting at a table having lunch.
Oh. Join her for lunch.
Okay. You sit there and she says, "Well,
Yes, we've been walking through shit. How goes it?
Until you brought the smell of shit to my table, I was enjoying my lunch. But either way,
I apologize for Captain.
thank you.
Are you going to finish that? Whatever
Probably-
she's eating.
Probably in my room. But I assume you're coming to inquire about the ship.
Yes.
I have good news. Well, good news and bad news. Bad news, they can't fully repair the ship here. Good news, they can get it good enough to get us to Sharn, so I can dump you guys off, and then I can turn north, back to Ondair, get into a proper dock, and get it ready to go.
So I suppose that we will be losing your services once we reach Sarn then, as well as the service of the Sky Splendor.
Yes.
Well,
But that doesn't mean you can't contract me in the future. A ship like the Sky Splinter is not really going to be carrying a lot of people. Of course, their Dar might just take it away from me. They might put me scrubbing hulls. I don't know why. I didn't really lose the Cloud Maiden. I don't think.
You said yourself that you told them they should have a higher, more guards, right?
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I feel as though they should leave you in your station and give you another ship.
I think that I got this back, so, you know.
In mostly one piece.
I mean, you know, you do what you have to do, I suppose. But anyway, day after tomorrow, we'll be ready to set out.
Day after tomorrow. So I
So
suppose.
enjoy the city. Don't walk around in shit anymore. Have fun for the next couple of days. It's all in house service, from what I understand. So
It paid well to walk in shit.
It did. It did. And Gendrix just goes straight over the room and starts like
Bathing.
bathing.
Same.
if you don't want to do anything else in the city, next couple of days pass. You take in a show. You enjoy the city, and eventually you get on the ship and set sail for Sharn. Can't go quite as fast as it normally does, but it takes you a couple of days, a day and a half. Evening is setting on the second day, and you pull into Sharn. For you, Oligar, and you, Gendrix, you've both seen the city. It's nothing new to you. For you, Genesis, you're used to Fairhaven. The palace is maybe 100 feet, 150 feet at the tallest spires. This city is thousands of feet into the air from the base at the Dagger River and the hilt to the tops of the highest towers. For you, Riven, you've never seen anything like this, even remotely close. It's jaw-dropping how this city is built. But Captain Arveer pilots the ship up to some of the highest levels, and you see the symbol of House Lyrindar emblazoned on the side of a building, and you see several what appear to be piers sticking off of this tower, and she just sort of pilots it in, and she looks at you and goes, "All right, well, here we are, Sharn, Lyrindar Towers. I suggest you find a sky coach and go down, because, no offense, but you're all a little dirty to be this high up." And that's where we're in for tonight.
She has a point.
A little dirty to be
Can you
this
hit stop
high.
stream there, so?